All right, let's make sure all of this is working. Oh my gosh, I can actually see some faces. This is fantastic.
Here's a face. Hello, face.
Hi, face.
We
Um,
have faces.
as Brissa wastes a natural 20. Yes, I love seeing that happen. Uh, we are live, it appears, on almost time. As you know, we like having tech difficulties. That is the curse that apparently has befallen us because I made an oath that I did not upkeep. But now I'm gonna have to try to figure out what exactly that oath was that I broke. Whatever it ended up being, I hope that I'll be able to fix it. We are working on a complete redo, so hopefully that'll be completely gone by next week. We'll see. Ephraim, we had to make a completely new character for because Minos just suddenly disappeared for a second. But as we're delving in today, thank you guys for tuning in for another week of Odyssey of the Dragonlords with these wonderful people. Super quick shout out as far as announcements go. We are going to do another giveaway at the end of the month. If you follow, if you cheer, and if you subscribe, you're going to be entered for a chance to get a digital copy of the 2 new books that are coming out on D&D Beyond. So digital copies, of course, of damn it, the Wild of the Witchlight
Strixhaven
and Strixhaven.
and the Wild Beyond the Witchlight, I think is
Damn
the
it!
name.
I'm getting so close to remembering that. I don't know why my brain just won't do it. Um, but in any case, if you guys entering, obviously, following is just going to be 1 ticket. If you guys cheer, for every 100 cheers, it's going to be 1 ticket's worth, and then subbing is going to be 5 tickets. Just so you guys know what that's, so you know what your chances are as far as that stuff goes. But that is it. We are starting up new games. If you're interested in joining one of these wonderful games with the wonderful DMs in the Polyhedra community, and if you ask these people, that might not necessarily be a group with mine because I'm a brutal DM who murders people who had a wonderful character art done. But if you're
And their
interested in joining,
dogs. He murders their dogs.
I do murder
Oof.
dogs. I murder them ruthlessly. Click on that little link that is down in the chat right now. And of course, if you guys want to just hang out with the wonderful community that we have and see Ephraim just be so thirsty for the leaderboards to finally be able to beat number 2, come on in into the Discord, join us there, and yeah, just chat with us, hang out with us, play video games with us, whatever it might be. Hey, MTG Arena today dropped the Forgotten Realms expansion, so that's exciting. In any case, that is it for me. Did you guys have anything that you guys wanted to call out?
So
Alrighty. Well, in that case, it's funny when the bot announces that we're going live and I'm like, oh, somebody messaged me directly. Nope. Uh, with that, let us get back into it then. Trying to make the music work too. If that doesn't work, then that is just on brand. As we're losing Ephraim to the pixel salad. Looks like the connection is kind of dropping in and out for you too. So it's just like big old blocks. Like, do you have any more of those pixels going on? But should be good. Hopefully we'll be good to go for the rest of this. But as we're delving back in, thankfully we have Justin back with us. And therefore a wonderful healer Casaria as we delve potentially today into the darker reaches of Thylea. Because previously, on the Light of Thylea, you guys had traveled up the Archelon River to the Mithril Mountain, within which lay the Mithril Mine. You guys made deals with troglodytes, cleared out the lower reaches, were able to defeat death dogs and a 3-headed Cerberus in order to reclaim the ancient mines. There, you guys actually met Vulcan once more, who helped bring Brissa back from the dead as her body had been almost torn asunder by the foul 3-headed beast. It seemed that Lutheria was starting to unleash a little bit more of her wrath upon you guys. No longer just toying, but this time going for the throat. As Vulcan was able to reforge Brissa in a certain way, tossed her into the fiery slag pit that lays at the center bottom part of the mines. You were reborn, Brissa. You had a vision of being in the underworld and meeting Lutheria face to face. But instead of having, well, done with your soul what she might, instead you were able to be cast up back into the land of the mortals. You guys were told by Vulcan that he would be able to reforge any of the dragon weapons, armory, whatever may lay at the tomb in Necropolis at Telemach. You guys decided to travel there next, for that is supposed to be your third great labor, and the final one. Now, as you guys left the place, you also left the Hammer of Pitor behind, as he does need that implement in order to be able to forge new weaponry, rebuild some of the parts of it, and in the future, be able to build new things for you. He told you guys to keep a lookout for exotic ingredients that you might get from animals and the like, for those will be necessary if you guys are looking to build new magical items in the future. You guys traveled up the Archelon River once more towards Astoria, where you guys saw that 2 hoplites from Mitros had actually traveled and were looking for you guys, speaking with Aesop. There you guys learned that King Acastus, the husband of, well, king and husband to Queen Valis, the goddess, and also daughter of Vulcan, down in Mitros, had summoned you guys to return to the city to usher in the second, well, attempt, we'll call it, at the Great Games. You guys were a little bit torn for a second, as, of course, the summoning of a king beckons, but on the flip side, you guys are still supposed to finish the Great Labors. You guys decided to do the latter and travel to the necropolis. And as the 2 hoplites centurions jumped onto the back of their bronze dragons, Brissa's eyes literally popping out of her skull, you guys saw them take it to the sky and fly off. We also learned, of course, that Crane left the party, saying sorry upon a parchment. However, the only other thing that she left was her absence in a fight. Furthermore, we learned that another one was actually supposed to be part of the prophesied heroes, or Mas, whom you had met, the Minotaur in Astoria, who helped you guys at the Rock of Astor, appear to have been part of the original prophecy, but his lover and, interested party in him not being in any danger, the Oracle Versi, withheld that information from him. He, in a way, escaped from her for a while, being able to get out of her clutches, and met you guys, which foiled her plan. So she made him swear an oath that he was going to return to her after he had fulfilled his beautiful destiny. For he appears to be a vanished Dragonlord of old. And that is where we're going to pick it up this week. Anything that I forgot to mention that you guys want to throw out? Of course, Goldie was resurrected along with Brissa. Goldie is back, baby.
2 things. I think I took the hammer with me, and his recommendation was that we come back in a week or 2 after the forge. He had had time to rebuild the forge more. Was that the case? So I still have it on me.
Sure thing.
And then what was the thing you said right at the end about the Dragonlord?
Oh, no.
Okay, cool. I think we're ready.
Alrighty. You guys are standing within the straits at the upper reaches of Astoria by the King's Palace and just outside of the Dragon Shrine. What would you guys like to do?
Look at Justin's cat.
That's a darn good question.
Did we decide, actually, if we're gonna go to Telemach first, or if we're gonna go to Mitros first?
I think the consensus was Telemach.
Yeah, that's what
Yeah.
I thought. I just wasn't sure if we had actually, decided. You
It
know
seems
us.
like the Mitros people,
Mitros people.
wouldn't be too happy about us not prioritizing that. But
That was kind of my
I'm
thought.
to go to Telemach as well.
Well, I mean, the soldiers were literally do what you gotta do, right?
True.
Yeah, they did say that. So
Yeah, but they also seemed pretty, I don't know, torn between You know, I mean, Acastus is the king and our king, and you know, but you guys are chosen. Who knows? I don't know.
I think they refer to themselves as Etruscans.
If I recall correctly, Casaria attacked him last time we were there.
Yeah. Yeah,
Little
that
bit.
did happen.
May not receive a warm welcome either way.
I vote we go to Tillamook first. It sounds like because then we can bring some of those armaments back from Tillamook and have your father repair them, and then go back down to Mitros, and then come back up, and hopefully he should be done by the time we're done in Mitros.
Makes sense to me.
Yeah. Sound thinking.
I mean, I don't know. It seems like King Acastus might, get a little pissy if we make him put off the games if he wants us there for the start of them.
Sounds like you're already signed up for one job. Best to finish it before starting another.
It's called moonlighting. When you do two jobs at once. I
What
guess
if
because the thought is you're doing the second one in the dark. I
This
don't know.
German did not know this, by the way. I've heard the term moonlighting before, but I didn't know that that's what that meant.
I think I like the idea of being fashionably late. Make him hold off the festival for us.
I mean-
we're that important.
He's married to your auntie, so maybe that gives you some leverage to have her tell him to, just simmer down or whatever.
Plus, it makes more sense to get better armaments before I see him again, since I did try to, attack him.
Also, Justin,
I
we'd
thought that
love
kind of
to
all
see
got
your
sorted with
face,
Valos.
and the kitty cat at the same time. Hey, there's that beautiful face. Oh, like 3/4 of it. Thirds? It's building. Actually, it's 2/3. Wow, my brain is completely fried now.
Yeah, 2/3 is less than 3/4, but it's
Yeah, it
okay.
is,
We
it
weren't gonna
is.
fault you for it.
No, yeah.
Silently
'cause he just
judging like
found out.
crazy, but we were just going to let it go.
No, I caught myself when I was like, well, at this point, it's already out of my mouth. So there it is.
I can't expect Valis to know all of Peter's bastards. It's not reasonable.
Do we
Well,
have
I
a
mean,
way
I
to
don't think
yeah,
Pitor knows all of Pitor's bastards.
that's true. Do we have a way to send a message to King Acastus and just be like, hey, we got your message, but we're gonna have to rain check.
Yeah,
That
we're
would have
busy.
been a smart thing to tell the soldiers on the dragons before they flew back down there.
I'd say you guys would be reasonably certain that the Centurions are going to be checking in with the king about the fact that they have delivered the message and your intentions of traveling to the necropolis first.
Okay, word. Okay, cool.
Busy
I've
saving
also
the
heard
world.
that sometimes, people put messages in wine bottles and toss them in the sea and hope they get to where they're supposed to go. We could try that.
Sounds like a
Yeah?
waste of time.
Okay.
What if we put the other reply into the message in the bottle? Tell him that we will go to the games first, and we throw that one into the ocean. And just leave it up to fate.
Some divine inspiration is telling me that he's going to get the message. I don't know why I think that, but
Also, best not to. I don't know who this king is, but best not to lie to a king.
Hold on, wait a second. Hold on. I got an idea. Could your pater talk to his sister and find out if I don't know if they have those kind of type of talk to each other through the ether type of thing?
the minds of Agata are a mystery to both you and me. I mean, do I know? I don't know that I would have much background on their relationship, would I, David? Like how close
Not-
they are, even?
Not really. You do. What would be something that you would be reasonably able to figure out is the fact that Valis is kind of like the more accomplished older sister that the parents are looking up to or are proud of, whereas Pitor has been kind of like a fuck up ever since the end of the war, right? So
He's got PTSD from the battles.
yeah, well, it's mostly the fact that he's like his whole thing is bashing skulls, and he hasn't really been able to do that, and that's the whole thing that you guys have been able to figure out with him being such a drunken lord of fuck uppery, right? On the flip side, you have Valos, who runs the greatest city within Thylea, is married, has a lot of responsibility. A lot of people look up to her. A lot of people consider her to be almost the second coming of Mitros, the mother of all other gods, and so, or at least of the 5 gods. So there's a little bit of that. There's a little bit of that discrepancy where Valis is the good child and Pitor is the black sheep.
Got it.
This is like all about wisdom, right? Is that
Mhm.
right? Or is that yeah. So she's probably the better child. Just
Makes sense why those personalities would clash a little bit.
Hmm.
I say we still go to Tillamook first, and then we, go to the games afterwards.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think if we can
That's
get an
right.
audience with Peter before, I think that would be get an update on the status. Mostly I'm worried about Gaius and just where all the enemies are at.
Might be a little less offensive too to hear that we're not coming to the games from him instead of from us.
Meet with Peter, tell him where we're going, get an update on like where the war effort is at, and then head to Tillamook.
yeah,
Alrighty,
I'm cool
so-
with that.
So you guys head over to the palace.
Yeah, we're sort of already outside. We're in front of the dragon place right now, right?
Absolutely. You guys head on over, and as you guys kind of check out the place, you see that it is surprisingly quiet this day. You look about, and there doesn't seem to be an obvious sign of the supplicants that are usually here, the sycophants, nothing like that. You walk towards the back, and you see the normal centurions with their green cloaks and symbols of Historia there, and as you look about, you realize that yeah, Pitor is not in the palace. This is probably the first time that you've noticed that.
I'll go up to, I assume guards probably keep track of where he's at. Just say like, any idea where my father's at?
And they just respond, and they bow, kind of like a little curved bow towards you. They are currently not available, Your Highness. But your father has seen the dragons and took off for Mitros. He's not currently here. Your sister is running the city at this point.
He's in Mitros now.
Yes. As far as we know. Gods with their flying ability. Am I right?
Could be anywhere. Interesting. Any news on was it mostly centaurs that were outside the gates that had gathered? I mean,
Yeah, it was definitely multiple centaur tribes that had gathered to the north. They're still a ways away, but they're close enough that, they are still a significant threat. But as you ask the centurion, well, as was promised through the oath, the sacrifice that Kyra made, they disbanded. But our reports show that they've only disbanded so as not to cause as much strife within the camp. Having a large war camp like this operate and not strike at anything can cause a lot of crime internally. So we think that they're probably just letting them roam within the steppes. We're not convinced that there's not going to be a second strike potentially.
Any concerns on the path to Tillamook?
He kind of looks towards some of the other centurions who kind of just awkwardly shift around. Well, Tillamook is a thing of legend, but there are very few that have ever made it there and survived. There is one who is currently starving to death because nobody will take the item that he stole from one of the crypts. Klaus is his name. We're
Didn't we meet
trying.
him?
Yeah.
Oh, you have. Well, that is what awaits those who steal.
We're part of the nobodies who would take the thing from him.
What?
He tried to give us the thing, the
Oh, I
necklace,
see.
and
I see.
we're among the nobody who would take it from him.
We wouldn't
I
take it
see.
from him either.
Good. You would have probably inherited the grave robber's curse at that point.
Probably.
Not a robber among us.
Yanni crosses his fingers behind his back.
We already got the warning.
Okay, but no concerns about Centos on the way.
Well, there is a concern. You will have to probably travel through. Well, you'll have to travel through the north gate, but then you'll have to go through the steps themselves. Keep following the Arcolon River northward until it comes back into the center part. You should actually be able to see the Western Sea. Potentially, depending if you're cutting into the mountain passes. It will be a long travel.
Stock up before we leave, then.
Very well. Anything else that we can do for you, Your Highness?
My friend here needs some gear. If she might be outfitted or have access to your barracks. Just the simplest items.
What are you looking
Nothing
for?
fancy.
Oh, here is a +3. No, I'm just kidding.
You know, hammer, thunderbolts, cloak of invisibility, the standard.
Oh, little helmet that has wings on it. Of course, yes. But
Might be a little small
what are you
for
looking
your
for?
typical.
It was just like some shield and some armor, some like heavy armor, because this one is a little it's a little dainty, and it doesn't protect me as much as I'm used to. So
We could probably give you Centurion's breastplate, but that is our standard gear here in Astoria.
Oh, okay. I mean, I can go talk to Aesop and see if he has anything. We can talk to him. Maybe he has something
Sure.
stored in the back.
Good luck.
We
It's
just
always a
came-
good idea to ask a custodian if they have something else in the back, because they definitely don't have it up front. It's true. That's smart. Good luck. You're just gonna lose you guys.
Appreciate it.
I will ask if after a hoplon though. We can have that delivered. And a hoplon being the large round shield of hoplites.
Oh, okay, so I can add a shield to my inventory.
Yeah, I got you covered.
I expect we can purchase anything else you need on our way out of town.
Yeah, I don't have any money. That kind of gets melted as
do
well.
Do we have any money?
We are the light of Thylea.
I mean,
Nothing.
I got like 4 gold.
I have 10 gold.
Oh, you're rich.
I have 15 gold.
I guess it pays to be the son of a god.
True.
I have 0.
It actually pays to fight beasts in fighting pits. So
That
that's
makes
what it
sense.
pays to do.
That makes more sense.
I just found mine. I don't know where it came from.
Well, because the ring mail I'm wearing is like a mithril ring mail from the Dragonlords, so I was just gonna see if Aesop
Oh, the
had.
one that was on you when you got dumped into the slag?
No, because we had that in someone else was carrying it.
Does Aesop have any cool vintage Dragonlords gear that he'll part with?
Exactly, that's what I was gonna go and ask.
You guys
to
walk
create
into
this nice mithril one.
you
For...
guys
We walk back to the Dragonlord's palace.
Yup.
We're just like begging. We're going around to all the places
Mhm,
begging for
mhm.
whatever for you to come.
Yeah, as you guys are headed back into the Temple of the Dragonlords, Aesop kind of looks back up and goes, "Oh, welcome back. So are you headed to Mitros?"
we're gonna, head to Tillamook first to, help reclaim the armaments of the Dragonlord as per the prophecy.
Oh. Well, just so you know, the place is protected against would-be grave robbers.
But just the consecrated graves, right? Not the whole thing.
I mean, yes. Just be careful. There are
Yeah.
those that were anointed to be Dragonlords who ended up turning against the faith, and those are probably okay to be looted. I hate to call it that, but from what I know, the place still... It's not a safe place. Just be careful.
Do you mean in the mystical sense or in the physical sense?
Both?
So along those lines, Brisa has a question for you.
Yeah, so
Okay.
see this nice like mithril ring, ring mail. We got this at the, inside the mithril mines.
Oh,
And
wonderful.
it is, and I'll point out the dragon symbols, but it's a little light on the protection for my particular like. Do you think you have anything in the back from maybe some older times or?
Sadly, nothing that is functional. Most of the armors that we have here are ceremonial armor. They would not actually provide a lot of cover in battle.
Oh, I appreciate it anyways.
Sorry.
Okay.
Well, you of course welcome to stay here as long as you'd like. If you'd like another drink from the horn anytime, I'm sorry that I can't be of more help.
Can we take the horn with us for some food along the journey?
I would really hate to see the horn be not in the protection of Astoria. But, yes, I'm sorry.
You wouldn't happen to have a list of these disgraced Dragonlords?
Well, let me see here. I don't have a list per se. Let's see if I can't just rack my brain really quickly to be able to do that off the top of my head, like a good law keeper.
Has anybody got some pen and paper?
Oh, let me just rattle them out really quick. There is one that I do remember. There was Ojos Arcalander. He was one of the last ones. Maybe he would probably not be one of the consecrated ones. And
I should be able to tell if it's consecrated or not as well, I think.
oh, wonderful. Well, I suppose then my information would be redundant, huh?
You can. Okay.
We'd still like it. We'd still like the information.
Oh no, that seems completely unnecessary. No.
I appreciate your information.
Ojos is spelled kind of like Ochos. Ochos.
Like Ochos?
Yes. I just didn't want to give Ephraim too much to work with here.
Do I not have anything to write in?
Well, don't forget on your character sheets you actually have a journal tab. Just make sure that you save it after you take your notes. Well, of course, most people think of Lysis when they think of one of the worst offenders. Lysis Arcalander was, he was known for his relatively brutal behavior. He was known as the Mad King, and in fact, Pitor came into power when he overthrew Lysis. His body, I don't think, is interred, but... well, I'm not sure.
You'll probably want to stay away from his hair, though.
Right. Good one.
Like Aesop.
I do know that Isidore Huroth was also interred in these in that place. She is the granddaughter of Xander. And, well, I do know that the Archmage Damon served as a chief advisor at one point when she ruled the Dragonlords. I can imagine that her place would be consecrated. She was one of the good ones, one of the last good ones.
We've heard about Damon before, right? Didn't someone else mention him?
Mm-hmm.
Vulcan did.
Yeah, what you guys know from the grand story is that Damon was kind of like a war mage of the Dragonlords. He arrived with them kind of like when the first war was starting to finally kind of flip over. And what you guys found out was that Damon was the last one to really stand again. He returned as kind of like when there's just like this nuclear standoff between the powers, disappeared, and then ultimately came back. In fact, he was upon the Ultros, the ship that you guys saw within your vision when you drank from the horn of Balmitria, when he held in his hands the Oath of Peace, the scroll that spelled out that no more was to happen for 5 centuries. But then he just disappeared.
They cut down that tree. They made that boat. Damon and the other Dragonlords took it to meet / fight / I don't know, end the world with the Titans. And he was the only one that came back.
It appears like that from what you guys know.
And he came back like holding the Oath of Peace, or like that's okay. And that was sort of the kickoff of that. Cool.
For the last 5 centuries, yep. There's, of course, well, Myrto, the grandson of Adonis. He was elected the leader after the death of Cosmo. But he bribed his way into being part of the Dragonlords, so I doubt that his would be consecrated. It is possible, but I doubt it.
Didn't know the Dragonlords accepted bribes.
Well,
What was his name? Sorry.
Myrto. Myrto. M as in Myrtos.
Yeah, got it. Thank you.
The first two, the Arcalanders, obviously the one that they called the Mad King, probably not consecrated. But the first one, did we think he was good or bad?
First one.
You talking about Olpos?
Yeah,
We
Nachos.
we were thinking that he was probably not in a consecrated grave, I believe.
Yeah, that's right. We were thinking that he probably caused a host of problems.
Yeah, that.
Yeah,
Right.
we just, I'm not sure. He was known as a great warrior, but I don't know. I'm not entirely sure on that one. It's
Yeah.
late in the line. What I do remember is that Ochos was less interested in leading and more on fighting. It was
What if you want to
part
fight?
of what ultimately led to the downfall of the Dragonlords, as the dragons disappeared and the Dragonlord name became more prestigious than it became powerful. That is when people started buying themselves into station rather than earning a spot, being chosen by their fellow lords.
Boy, money really does solve all your problems, doesn't it?
It tends to.
A title instead of a lifestyle.
If only we had money.
I mean, maybe
Yeah, I got more money than I ever thought I would.
maybe there's money in the tombs as well. There's ones that aren't consecrated.
Oh, now see, there's a difference in even my head between, like, getting a hold of some stuff that, like some enchanted items that we can use for what the Dragonlords set out for in the first place, kind of a thing, and just stealing money from the dead. I mean, I'm a thief. I grew up a thief, and I never stole from the dead. It's just not. It's not done. Not if you're smart.
Mm-hmm.
It's pure evil.
If you're really interested in the entire tier of the information, there's also Nicholas Phobos. He was the last of the Dragonlords, as they were. And you see there's a bitterness and kind of like a little bit of hate that creeps across his beautiful features as he kind of like shakes his elven visage and just goes, he ended up swearing an oath that the Dragonlords henceforth would serve Sidon. The irony. He's the last. He killed all the other Dragonlords that lived at that time, and in retribution, he was killed by the people.
Minos reflexively snarls.
So hold
Very
on.
bovine.
Bad.
Wow, that's kind of heavy. He swore the Dragonlords to Sidon service. It's a good thing we're not calling ourselves the Dragonlords. We might have got stuck in some kind of weird logic loop or something.
That is true. That is true.
Damn,
Doubt
Oates.
he had the authority to make that oath.
I mean, it kind of, I guess, depends on who's listening.
Exactly. And the other thing to consider there is that maybe really what he swore was the Dragonlords that swore themselves to him would become Dragonlords of Sidons. Oaths that you make for yourself are bound to you, to your soul. So if you rejuvenate the Dragonlords, then it is bound to you.
And
Of course.
But he's dead now, though, so it probably is just like a moot point, right?
Yes, hopefully. It is called the Necropolis for a reason. There are rumored to be dark things that travel there. Things that have come back from death.
Oh, I thought you meant like black rats or something.
No. I would be amiss if I didn't mention Xander. Xander was the first and greatest of the Dragonlords. He is interred and has a special tomb in his name there. Of course, Belmitria is interred as well. Her body, and yes, Belmitria being the dragon, is there as well. I would highly recommend to stay away from her grave, for I cannot see her grave not being consecrated.
She
Ish.
was Arcalander's dragon, right? Isn't that what I heard? Or was I confused? I don't remember.
Lore.
I know. Now I gotta double check because I don't want to give out wrong information, and I don't remember if that is true. She might have been.
Well, there's
Sounds
multiple Arcalanders, right?
Yeah. So you're talking like the first Estor Arcalander.
Estor. I couldn't think. Yeah. It's sad. I've got City of Astoria right here, and I couldn't think of Estor.
The Rock of Estor, the City of Astoria.
Yeah.
I think if I took my note down correctly, it said claim the mighty realms of the first Dragonlord too, not just like the. Is that what the? So it was like specifically talking about the first Dragonlord, right?
It does appear like that. As
I will-
Aesop says. Really?
Yes.
Then maybe you should focus on Xander's tomb.
Yeah, I think that, if I remember correctly, it said that we should get it from the first Dragonlord, and
So, is there some way we could like get his permission, like talk to his spirit or something, and like avoid the curse?
It's not unheard of. And I suppose if a spectre gave you permission to obtain its, well, lively possessions, then there could be a step around the consecration if there is one. But I couldn't imagine that Xander did not receive one, so yeah.
So then I say we go to Xander's first, and then depending on what happens after that, we see if we want to go to the other tombs as well.
Does anybody here know how to summon and talk to the spirits of the dead? Because I don't.
It
Don't
sounds
believe
like
so.
We need to go find a ghost and earn his respector.
It sounds like they might already be there as well.
Maybe.
We could find a way to get their permission. Otherwise, I'm not touching anything.
That's probably smart.
Yeah. Yeah, I like to eat and live and all those things.
Yeah.
Ace Top, I have another question.
Absolutely. What can I help you with?
How do you feel about the dragons rising back in Mitros and not in Astoria?
I'm overjoyed. I know that Astoria has been my home for 2 centuries now, but I am absolutely still, wholeheartedly, full of joy. I cannot describe how elated I feel that we once again have something to potentially beat back the vile hordes of Sidon and Eleutheria. With the dragons at our side, nothing can stand in our way.
Do you know how they're so big already? Like, they should still be, like, from what, little tiny whelps.
But you
Is that
mention
like-
it, it's true. Usually it takes at least, I think, 15, 20, 30 years for them to reach the size that they are, but for some reason they are already able to do that. I'm unsure. I did hear of methods that some of the Dragonlords were able to procure to speed along the growth of a dragon, but never something where a dragon just appeared out of nowhere. It seems odd.
Yeah. You know who else has a weirdly big dragon already?
Gaius?
That is true.
You said it. I didn't say it.
I've been raking my brain about this one too.
I mean,
It's-
no, go ahead, sorry.
well, I was
What
just
I
if
going
we
to
ramble.
say,
got them from Gaius? Or, yeah.
Or at least learned how to,
that makes no sense. Why would Gaius give an enemy any sort of...
It doesn't seem like he's into fair play.
chaos.
Yeah,
Almost Valis is two-timing us.
Or maybe not Valus, but maybe just Gaius. Or,
Or Sidon.
Acestus.
maybe. Maybe Queen Valis was able to discover it at the same time as Sidon did.
They look different, right? The one Gaius was riding was silver, and theirs are bronze. Okay.
Yep.
Yeah.
So maybe some kind of an ancient seal broke, or maybe there's some kind of powerful wish-like magic that just birthed them once again into existence, into the fauna of the land.
When the dragons disappeared before,
Yes.
did they just disappear, or did they die off one at a time?
They were ruthlessly slaughtered. Sidon and Eleutheria absolutely understood the threats that the dragons would forever pose to the other races of Thylea. And so, while they could not directly smite the creatures from the skies any longer, they certainly directed the forces to do so. So you had directed attacks where creatures were just throwing themselves at the dragons and dying in scores just to inflict enough wounds and find ways to poison the wonderful creatures just to bring them down one at a time until not enough of them were left over to breed.
Hmm.
I will say, Demetria, I don't remember how to say her name. She did tell me that Gaius's dragon was specifically strange.
Interesting.
She didn't really say more than that. It was very vague, and I've been thinking about it this whole time. But it's
That is the trouble with nymph oracles. No offense, of course, against nymphs as a whole. The oracles, always so vague. Well,
Yeah, unless they make you swear an oath.
yeah. We hate people that can see into the future and don't tell you about it.
well, there's the issue with self-fulfilling prophecies, is there not?
Like me.
Huh. like you. And it seems like Aesop doesn't really understand that reference.
That's a long story, ASAP.
Well, I mean, I am collector of lore. I would love to hear whatever you have discovered about yourself.
Lutheria hates me because apparently she thinks that I'm the prophesied one who's going to bring her down. And now that she's done gone and pissed me off so many times, I'm going to go bring her down.
Well, yep, that's exactly the picture-perfect definition of a self-fulfilling prophecy there. Yes.
Yanni's also a hagling TM.
A what?
Nothing, not heat. She's.
Haggling?
It's a nickname.
TM. Don't forget.
Yanni, make me a deception check.
Me. I got a 20.
Alrighty. Yeah.
Dirty 20.
Looking at you, he just goes, all right, well, that's an odd choice of a nickname, especially when hags do serve Lutheria and Sidon very often. In any case, well, yeah.
Oh, no, it's because I always barter for things. I'm a haggler.
Nice.
And
see,
I'm
I was
little.
expecting that from the Minotaur.
So she calls me a haggling.
Understood. Well, as far as the history goes, now I have to finish. There are, of course, the Phobuses, Cosmophobus. He was a firstborn son of Ryzen, Phobus, and he succeeded Xander, actually, as the second leader of the Dragonlords. Again, unsure, probably deserves to be consecrated. You want to be careful there either way. Then, of course, there is Rhizon Phobus. He was more of a rival to Xander. One of the writers who originally came to Thylea 5 centuries ago. She was largely responsible for the defeat of the Minotaur armies in the First War, so, you know, she has a lot of respect. So I can imagine that she would probably have a consecration upon her grave. She was instrumental in beating back... no offense, looking at you, Maz.
No.
Of course, you will be able to find Astor's grave there as well. Astor was a visionary, a man that was forged in battle, but ruthless, bloodthirsty, cruel. I don't know. Probably would be consecrated, for he was instrumental, but foul man.
The one who chopped down that tree, right? That's what we saw. In the
Yep.
video.
Yes.
Seems he was not a great man.
Of course, Adonis's body lies there too. And if you find his grave for me, please just pay respects. Make sure
Oh,
that
we
nothing is
wouldn't-
amiss, and
Yeah, we wouldn't take your husband's things. That's just not right.
I appreciate it. Well, yeah. Let's see, who else would be there? Dorian would probably be there as well. Dorian was our adopted son. And, well, he also fell to one of the attacks. So, same thing. If you find the tomb, just make sure it's still alright.
Yeah. You got it.
I'm sorry. I think I need to freshen. I will be back.
No, you're okay. We need to get going. You're fine. Yeah. Thank you for your help, as always.
Of course. And walks away from you guys.
I didn't know there was a Minotaur army.
At one
mean,
point,
it-
seems.
Seems like there's a lot of gaps in your memories for what you might have experienced along the years, you know?
The centuries
Probably
ago.
part of whatever's going on with your curse? Blessing? I don't know. Hmm.
Well, shall we get underway?
Think so.
Anything else we need to grab in town for you, Brissa? Have enough gold, I expect.
Do we need rations? I don't have any rations. Those were burned up as well. I guess Kasari can do the good berry thing.
I mean, I got a little bit. I got a few days worth myself. I can't carry a whole lot because, you know, combination of both available surface area and weight.
Anybody need arrows?
I still have some rations too, but I can do good berry. Yeah.
I'm good on arrows for a while.
I'm sure we can find some game along the way as well.
Maybe.
Is Goldie any good for hunting?
I don't know. I haven't tried that one, but I mean, maybe for like small rabbits, you know. But you know, probably not like a deer or anything.
Boil them, mash them, stick them in a stew.
Out of character, I tried some rabbit jerky for the first time and would recommend. It was really good.
I love rabbit. It's so good.
I have plenty in my backyard. You can come and just.
Also,
On
if
his way.
if one of your friends gets a pet rabbit, don't call it Hassenpfeffer if she knows what Hassenpfeffer means.
I
Just
don't-
saying.
Can neither confirm nor deny.
I mean, David obviously gets it, but yeah, it's basically rabbit pepper. It's
Yep.
a stew made of rabbit meat.
Can't confirm.
And it
Also,
was-
if you don't get the reference, please, for the love of God, go watch Looney Tunes. It's fantastic, even though it's 60 years old or wadatever now.
I mean,
But,
there's new
yeah.
Looney Tunes. Watch the new ones.
They're not near as good, but the Hassenpfeffer reference is probably from the gosh, I don't know, it's an old one. Hassenpfeffer. Anyway,
Laverne and Shirley also cite Hassenpfeffer Incorporated at the beginning of their opening intro.
that's true. At least that's what I always heard it as.
Yep,
I don't know if that's what it's supposed to be, but that's definitely what I always heard.
I'm pretty sure that's what it is.
All right. Refocusing.
All right. Well, do we want to spend the night here and then head out, or just head out now?
It would behoove me for a long rest. I have no spells left.
We don't have the calendar, or at least I can't see it on my screen.
Yeah,
If it's earlier.
I was just not gonna mess with it.
Cool. I'm not worried about it. One less thing to break the Foundry server.
Yeah.
We did sleep,
Oh, okay. Well, let me.
didn't
do a
we?
long-
Just
do a long
Kasaria
rest,
just didn't get the long rest because Kasaria wasn't here, right? But we did sleep last week, didn't we?
Yeah, we
Yeah,
stayed at
we
a
did.
You guys
tavern.
did. Hmm.
Okay, there I go.
That's
Okay,
what to say. I find it hard to believe that this whole thing we haven't slept since we left the mines.
Kasaria has just been
Kasaria
raging.
underwent. She underwent the German sleep experiment. She's just been up for like 3 days, and she's starting
Oh,
to like
God.
parrot her flesh a little.
Jesus. Please take a nap.
The snakes are starting to shed scales.
God.
They're just
Please
all,
sleep,
it looks like she
Kasaria.
straightened her hair. They're all just straight down.
Alrighty.
The snakes have been sleeping. Kasaria might not have been.
Alrighty, as you guys, yeah, it's up to you guys. It's actually technically like mid-morning now for you guys, a little bit pushing into afternoon, or right around noon. Like, what would you guys like to do? If you guys want to hang around here for a while longer, you certainly can. Otherwise, you guys can start the journey towards Tillamook, as it was described to you guys. So you would actually cut through the northern gate and walk once more up the Arklon River until it kind of like disappears into the mountains. And from what you guys know and what you guys can find out, just kind of speaking with some people familiar with the trails, the scouts in Astoria, is that there's a surprisingly well-kept path that leads to Tillamook. It's just that nobody takes it.
Are there any street performers that I can behold before we go?
Certainly. What are you looking for?
I mean, just what's happening? How many performances are there?
Not too many. The Festival of Wines had just passed, so a lot of the performers were there for that. And now that the Great Games have been announced to be redone due to the interference of Sidon, you get the sense that a lot of them have moved down south to Mitros. Now, there are plenty who decided to still stay in Astoria just because they don't want to make the trek all the way south. So you have jugglers, you have some sword swallowers, you have some fire breathers, but it's just like little troops left and right, not a huge performance or anything like that.
Oh, okay. I mean, I ain't got shit for gold, so I don't tip any of them, but I do behold them for a while.
They do it for exposure anyway. Well, why would they need money?
Oh,
All right. As you guys,
I had 2 of those when I played music for a living. I've bought all the rest since.
And only with music money, right? Right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Right.
So it is up to you guys. The horses were returned to Corinna, Corinna's father, to be more precise. So you guys don't necessarily have horse transportation unless you guys hit up Corinna potentially again.
Maybe if we tell her we ditched Rhodas, I don't know.
Maybe we should just walk.
Oh, I'm totally gonna. I have my steed, so we
Why
can.
did you- Why did you need to tell you this? We go on great. Let's go then now.
Ooh.
Okay, I kind of want to see how this folds out. Unfolds? Yeah,
Folds
whatever.
out. I like it.
Yeah.
Alrighty, so
Well,
you
get
guys
some
head
horses.
to
We'll see.
Corinna's estate.
Yeah.
Of course, she
Sure.
has an
Her
estate.
father's estate,
not?
okay?
It is a
Of course.
What
father's
could
estate,
go
that's
wrong?
true. You guys head out the
course.
eastern gate, and there's just like beautiful fields upon fields upon fields stretching out before you guys. You see that there are vineyards, dozens and dozens, and each one more opulent than the next. Like this is where the nobility lives, at the top of each one of these vineyards. Kind of like, what is that? Like just a wine hill. And as you guys are cutting along the road there, you see multiple people and excitedly talking to each other. You overhear conversations about the dragons and how much that is meaning to the people there. You also get conversations about Esther being gone and actually looking lively for the first time. There's actually some nervous chatter between people. And as it is, long story, you do get to the largest estate. As you walk up, you see beautiful edifices too. All 5 of the gods, completely overgrown, but like tastefully and carefully pruned with vines kind of coming along. You see some flowering on the sides, little offering baskets in front of each one of them. But Petor's is the one that is the largest, that kind of splits the pathway in 2 as you guys are walking along. And you see what seem to be private mistios, or just like, sellswords that are employed as guards for the place. You see they're all wearing kind of like black dyed boiled leather breastplates. Kind of give you guys some weird looks. As you guys are getting closer and closer, you see a large guy, actually Minotaur as well, black fur, big old center ring through the nose as well, kind of steps up next in front of you guys and goes,
Can I help you?
Yeah, we're best friends with Corinna, and we need to ask her if we can borrow some horses.
We saved her and all of her friends.
"So
She
you
probably could've
were
picked
the
up.
horse thieves then?"
Wait, what?
Pushes
What?
the air through the nose.
I can assure you, I was not in their party. Take to wrangling other folks' horses. Besides,
What was that?
I would use the word horse giftees.
Well,
Yeah.
the lord of the estate had not agreed to this gifting to you.
Well, I mean, it was a loan. We gave him back. That's why we're asking if we can borrow him again.
Why you were not accosted by the lord. Now,
Okay.
what do you want?
We want to borrow some horses.
We just like to see our good friend Corinna. I'm
For
sure
that.
she'd like to know that we're here.
You might want to get your story straight before you come to an estate first. As far
Well,
as
I mean,
The lady of the house, she prefers to get drunk at the Dragon's Tooth, so if you seek her, find her there.
Damn it, that's the other direction.
Walk along.
Ah,
Turns around and kind of walks away from you guys.
Excuse me.
Kind of stops and kind of just looks over the shoulder. Doesn't fully turn around.
So, if Karina's not here, could we talk to the Lord of the estate?
He has left. He has traveled to Mithros to attend the great games once more.
see, I'm telling you, we should go there first because of the games. Anyway.
Okay, well, you should let them know that they're not going to start for a while because the main people aren't going to be there. Okay, bye. And I walk away.
If you
A
would
youth.
indulge me, one further question.
It's just kind of like bovine growl kind of escapes, turns around towards you. What?
And Minos will wait until he like stops and looks him dead in the eyes and say,
How many more of us are there?
What do you mean?
and he beats his chest and knocks his horns.
Minotaurs. Well, kind of eyeing this hard. Of course, the Dragonlords did a good job hunting us like prey. But we survived. Our tribes replenished. Where did you grow up?
I don't know.
Amnesia. Well, you want to be careful whom you travel with. These people, what do you call yourself? Light of Thylea, yeah? They tried to bring the Dragonlords back.
You clearly knew who we were. You didn't have to ask.
Not the
People
Dragon
like
Lords, the Dragon Guard.
Whatever the
Spread the word.
fuck you want to call yourselves. You're going to hunt people like him and I again.
Nope. That's why we changed the name.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
I
there's
believe
literally a Minotaur in our group.
Yeah, I mean, look. Minotaur, Nymph, Siren, Medusa. I mean... Do we not look multicultural enough for you?
I'll believe it when I see it.
I suppose that's fair.
Minos will give him a knowing nod and say,
Thank you.
And I'll look at him, I'll say, I've never killed a Minotaur in my life.
But there's always a first.
You are absolutely right.
Kind of bows towards you, not like full bow, but kind of nods towards you, Minos, and or Moss, and kind of just turns away, walks away.
Nope,
You got it right.
you had it right
Me-
the first
me
time.
too.
Yeah, I was like, wait,
This is
what?
the Minotaur. Moss is the bird.
Bird, bird, bird. Bird is the word, okay?
Bird is the true
Moss is
hero.
gonna be my bird one of these days. No.
Yeah, after you kill
Oh,
your first Minotaur.
well,
Maybe.
You can pick me up. I'm scared.
He keeps landing on my head. I'll catch him eventually. That's all I know.
Alrighty, so you guys have it back towards the Dragon Tooth, or you guys just start walking?
I mean,
I haven't been walking this whole time. Gotta start now.
How do we get horses with no money?
we don't. That's just it. Let's just go.
Can't we charm them into horses?
I think that would be a transmutation, but maybe?
I mean,
My feet are good for walking.
I mean, my stubby little legs might slow us down a little bit, but I'll do my best to keep up. I'm kind of spry.
You can ride with me, Yanni. It's okay. I have
Oh.
my horse.
Even better. What if we? Oh, we'd have to buy a cart too, I guess.
Sure, you can
Huh.
come up with a spell to make yourself float or something.
Maybe. I mean, not today, but maybe.
That's how that magic stuff works. That's what they told me.
I mean,
That's
Yeah,
right. That's how
sometimes.
magic stuff works.
Unfortunately, I can only summon a tornado that will throw you 10 feet. So,
You just make up the spells as you go along, right?
I mean, kinda.
I
But
knew
it's
it
a
was
slow
not easy.
process.
I knew it was not very difficult. It just doesn't interest me.
It's actually kind of fascinating. I'd be happy to, show you the basics.
We're wasting daylight.
Are we above
What time is
magically
it?
making someone give us horses? Are we above that? Have we risen past that level of our life?
why don't we just make another oath?
No.
Are we going to violate the freedom of these people by forcing them magically?
That's what I'm asking.
No.
I think we should be on our way.
I think we should just head out as well.
Fair enough.
Who, I guess, who, if I can make a check if I need to, who would I know that would be the person who probably cares most about us being at the festival as fast as possible?
Reasonably, I think Rodus would think, obviously, Acastus, since he has demanded you guys to be there. Valis?
Let's get a Castus to fly us to tell him look on a
Probably.
dragon.
That was kind of my argument.
Right, but then we'd have to go to Metros first, right?
I was
Yeah.
more thinking anyone here that we would be able to convince, like, hey, if you give us horses or if you give us any way of faster transport, that means we get to Mitros faster.
You guys don't have a lot of tie-ins with the high society of Historia, except for one individual who might owe you a little bit of a favor. Can you think of who that might be?
Ah.
Out of all the people that we've met in Astoria,
Vulcan's gone,
You
Peter's
haven't
gone.
really met her much.
I mean, Peter's sister? Or daughter?
I mean, you
Rodus'
got
sister?
Peter's sister killed. You're thinking different sister.
Right. She doesn't owe us anything.
Oh, is it Valis' sister?
No,
Is
Yeah.
it Vesta?
Peter's daughter.
Kyra is Peter's sister and Valis' sister. They're siblings, all three of them.
Yeah.
Oh.
We
But
did say
Rodus'
Peter's
sister, the one who he saved from getting sacrificed. C-store.
My half sister.
I
We can
mean,
go-
she kind of owes us.
We can go see if she can provide us some transportation.
Might be the only person who's not in Mitros right now.
That's fair. All right. Well, let's bring it full circle.
Let's go
Back to the palace.
We'll go back to that same guard.
Who is still standing there after you guys walked, after like that nice hour-long walk. This is kind of nice, refreshing. There's like still that beautiful smell of fresh rain hanging about. And you guys walk back in, kind of sullied and muddied, into the palace. Oh, you again.
Back from our adventure.
Looks you up
already.
and down, Brissa. Looks like you got the armor you wanted.
Did I? This is the same armor.
My wife tells me my sarcasm is dry, but
Oh,
That was a
okay.
joke.
Yeah, okay. Yeah,
You should listen to your wife.
you clearly don't have one. Anyway, how can I help you?
It's your show, bro.
Yeah, I was thinking, I can't remember the name of my sister.
Either. I think it starts with an E.
I know my mom's name.
It is Honora.
Honora.
Honora. Oh, nice.
Got it. It popped in my head right before Dave said it.
I'll talk to the guard and say, we know Peter's not here, but if we could have an audience with my sister Honora.
Sure. Wait here. I will see if she's indisposed. walks towards the back and around. And after a minute or so, you do see your sister step around. Beautiful, flowing golden hair coming down. Beautiful, bright green eyes. Tall, like almost like 6'1". Amazing, like well built. You can see that while she is lithe in a way, she does have just like very, very taut muscles underneath the toga that she's kind of wearing and dragging around. She goes, "We didn't exactly get to talk. Hello, brother."
I'll sort of look a little bit ashamed, like I probably should have come and talked to you sooner. I wasn't sure how best to approach you, given a strange relationship.
Yes.
Not in a weird way, you weird Twitch chatters.
Oh man. Well, I understand. No hard feelings. I will admit that the thought of my siblings out in the world is, well,
I'm sure there's plenty of us.
yes, there are. My father has made his advances upon women very well known across the lands, and my mother did not take it kindly.
I have a succession question in terms of like the traditions of Thylea. Would she become like the next queen likely, or is that a normal?
Yes, she would, but for the fact that Peter will foreseeably never die. So it's kind of like it's almost like just like this title that technically holds no power. However, having seen Peter in his drunken rampages again and again, you think that the queen and or children of Peter probably have held more power than he ever did.
She might be pulling the strings.
She is pretty much like queen, in fact.
She's running the show in the background. She's Cerseiing it.
100% Cersei. Green fire.
I guess I'll say, it seems you've managed to hold things together all right, despite his antics.
That is one way of putting it, yes. It has been hard, but Historia is a proud city. We are the shield to civilization. Without us, the screaming hordes would come in and tear all of us limb from limb. So, we've upkept that pride. Know that father is a little bit prone to find himself deep within the barrels, but we do what we must for the good of all.
Historia seems to lost some of its shine recently to Mitros. The dragon's coming.
You can see that you definitely poked a note there when you said that. Well, you can believe that if you want, but without our efforts here in Astoria, Mitros could not even become the jewel that it is now. So, if anything, Mitros owes us eternally.
I couldn't agree more.
I'm glad.
On the topic of Mitros, are you headed there for the games?
No. I never much understood the need for those spectacles, but of course we always send champions there, for Astoria very often wins. Our TJ is of course a good contender, and Mitros has its occasional standouts, but Astoria has the proudest warriors. I'm sure we will win again.
Perhaps we can give you an opportunity to stick up our noses at the games, if you will.
How's that?
Just be, seems we are a key attraction. Acastus has invited us. We could, make ourselves a bit later than necessary. Maybe
Sure.
make a grand entrance on behalf of Astoria if there's some sort of transport that you could provide.
I see your game now. You are more smooth than I would have thought you would be.
Yeah, be glad you're his sister.
I'm not all muscle. So,
Suppose we always
Could
get a
use
little
more
bit from
hair.
our mothers, huh?
a little bit. It must come from somewhere.
Somewhat. Definitely not father. And she just winks. What are you thinking in terms of transportation?
Horses and a cart surely would suffice.
She looks towards the Centurion, who just bows deeply. Done.
Very well, we'll be on our way then. We are headed to Tillamook. And then to the games.
Also, maybe money.
Can I have an allowance?
She definitely looks down her nose at Lyra after saying that, and she's like, are you planning on robbing the graves, the Dragonlords?
No,
No.
distinctly not.
Especially not robbing.
Like, specifically not robbing.
Uh-huh. And what are you
We just-
doing at Tillamook?
We're taking anything that can be considered not robbing.
We're going to find a way to ask the spirit of Xander to let us have his stuff because of prophecy.
Yep. The prophecy
That's what's
said that
going to
we-
happen.
It
When
said we
saw
should
my
claim the
aunt
weapons.
get beheaded in front of my eyes so that I didn't die, so that's not the craziest thing I've heard of.
In-
But just be careful.
She's fine
brother.
now. She came back.
Yeah,
Good.
she's okay. By the way, she's alive. I don't know if anyone told you.
Vulcan told me. But he said it was more complicated now. Father was getting drunk for the days after until the dragon showed up. He seems to do better now. Almost back? Think we're almost back?
I see us again.
Nope. From it's now.
Nope. Video is either unavailable or not supported in this browser.
That's fine.
Mine says
think-
there was a network
we're
failure.
back.
Please try again.
I can see
Hit
us.
refresh instead of like the refresh the player, then it works.
Am I just better? Am I better than everyone?
You
Well,
are
yeah,
better
but
than
that's
everyone.
beside the point.
I see
Um,
us.
We're back, baby. Hi, everybody. But sorry,
Hello.
lead me back in.
Oh,
She would just say, I don't think that sending you off to die in a necropolis with gold is a good idea. Nor is it very tasteful to ask money. You are royalty now, Rotis. I know that you are connected with
I'll
these people
nod
now.
along and I'll look frowningly at Lyra, but then as soon as she looks away, I'll be like, yeah, lame.
all of us could be royalty.
Easy to say when you're the princess of Astoria and don't need any fucking money.
Right. No, I've never benefited from my privilege.
I don't say that out loud. I would definitely not. Say
Yeah, I know. But she tells herself as she goes, all right, well, the horses shall be yours. It will probably take a little bit to get them ready, but let's go. Alrighty.
Perfect.
You guys wait another half hour or so as the horses are brought to you, a wagon attached to a team as well, and you guys have been provisioned.
Ooh.
Outfitted.
Or
It was worth it.
So, from what I got from that is that we just need to ask people for the things we need because we're good enough for that now. Is that right? Is that
If
what
we're
that
the
boiled
right-
down to?
She owed us.
So, sure.
I just need. Oh, actually, you know what? I have just enough money for the things that I need. Now it's just a matter of finding them, I guess.
What are you looking for?
Stuff for a spell,
What?
specifically,
A spell.
Just
10
a spell,
gold.
you know.
worth of
Incense?
charcoal, incense, and herbs.
Yep. Easily enough done.
Cool. Now I
Lyra,
have
yeah,
no
you-
gold for real.
So we'll get back to this here in a second, Rodus, as Anora kind of like touches you on the arm before you leave and kind of like wants to speak with you privately. Lara, you go down into the Ahora as you kind of like look around the merchant stalls and browse. And the craziest thing is like you walk by and there's an entire section that's just kind of like different kind of unguents and ingredients and materials for spell casting. Like you walk by one stall that has just like all of these like shed snake skins that are kind of hanging down. There are all of these like jars of bat guano kind of set up. You see another one that has like these beautifully shining, just gilded acorns that are just out on display, just looking just amazing, like hundreds of them. As you then ultimately walk by and you find a store that is run by this nice elderly lady as she sells you, I'm guessing, one casting, right?
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead and mark it on.
Can I try and get her to just give them to me because we're the light of Thylea?
He goes, but I have to also feed my children. Sorry, I really cannot afford it. I'm sorry. But good luck. Whatever you're doing.
That's fair. I mean, you chose to have children, but I guess that's fair.
Are you against children or something?
Nope, bye, good luck.
No.
I hope those snake skins are humanely collected.
Lara, just secretly the most millennial of all of the characters. You chose to have children. Bye. Alrighty. You have your stuff. Anything else that you guys would want to get before you head out of town? All right. With that, you guys jump upon your horses onto the wagon. Who is driving the wagon?
Not me.
I'm flying. I still can, so
All right.
I'm taking advantage of it.
Goldie jumps upon and takes the reins. I'm just kidding. One of you guys would have to.
I'll drive the wagon. The
Sounds
snakes
good.
form the shape of a bonnet.
That's awesome.
Is it a pretty floral bonnet?
Yeah.
Is there any other option? All right. With that, as you guys drive out of the north gate this time, the soldiers kind of wave you guys goodbye, and you start following up the road northwards towards, or upwards, the Arcalander River, or the Arcalon River. Justin, because you were not here last week, go ahead and roll me a d10 if you would.
Wait, hold on. Not two.
I
Damn
do
it.
the same thing. You hit enter and it adds another one. I
Yeah.
do that all the time.
Ooh,
10.
I got a 10.
Alrighty, we will find out after the break what the hell a 10 means for this group as you guys are traveling northward up the Arcalon River. We'll see you guys here very shortly in about 10-ish minutes. See you guys soon.
That's
Alrighty. We are still down a few, but we are coming back in. So we just gifted someone absolutely Zoot. Is it Zoot? Zut space? 2 spaces, some background stuff. You're welcome. No problem. We want to give those giveaways absolutely. Hopefully with future crazy things, that feedback. As my monitor just went off on that one, I was like, I don't want to have you guys accidentally hear yourselves. But yeah, so on that stuff, we want to give those giveaways out. We'll be gifting the 2 digital books that are going to come out in September and November. And we're going to do like a pre-purchase of those. We'll send you guys the keys for D&D Beyond at the end of the month. And just as a reminder, if you guys, cheer, follow, sub, those are going to be tickets that are going to enter you guys into that stuff. In any case, as we're still 2 down, yeah, this is going to be interesting. What do you guys think you're going to find at the Necropolis?
Dead things.
I was gonna say dead stuff.
Probably undead things.
Dead stuff. Not dead stuff. Mid-dead stuff.
It's a good thing
Undead
that you guys
stuff?
have a cleric in the party, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Totally. Love
I
that.
mean, at least we got a paladin.
True.
That's better than your Curse of Strahd campaign had at one point, right? No cleric, no paladin.
It's true.
Hey, let's go in a undead heavy campaign with no divine anything.
It's a DM's dream come true.
Yeah.
But alrighty. As Kasaria's happily driving the wagon ahead, and you guys are traveling up the road, you guys end up traveling for quite some time.
I just want to take a second and kind of land next to Rhodus.
Mm-hmm. Ooh, that reminds me, but please go ahead.
Hey, Ro. So your sister gave me an idea. Since we're still kind of teetering about whether or not we should magically influence people to give us stuff, even though that's always an option, just so you know, she kind of made a fair point about how in Astoria, she kind of just doesn't have to ask for stuff. And I thought maybe, and then I'll use disguise self to make myself look like Honora.
That's not a bad idea.
We'll put it in a
Maybe
pocket.
Not. Hey, maybe not in Astoria, but it'll be good in a pinch, I'm sure.
Okay, cool. I'm glad we're on the same page. And then I'll drop it and go back up into the air.
You guys are gonna get yourselves in so much trouble. I'm excited. But yeah, you guys are pushing on. And one thing before you guys left the city, you're kind of still thinking about the conversation. We'll say, Rhodas, as you think back on your the words that Honora said. She kind of just grabbed you and pulled you in a little bit, like back into the palace, and says, "I didn't really have the chance, so I just want to properly say thank you for saving me.
I'm sure you would have done the same in my position.
I don't think I would have.
Well,
I'm not saying that because I think you wouldn't be worth it, now that I know. I apologize, but the bastards of Pitor are known across Thylea. You are the first one that I have met that didn't just come begging for gold. Well, I suppose in a way you were, but you weren't. You know what I'm trying to say.
I keep good company.
Yeah, about that. I could use someone who is not drunk all the time to help me build up Astoria to what it is meant to be. Do you think you'd be willing to maybe take some general function? I mean that in a literal sense, become a general of Astoria.
I'd be on it.
Well, you do your business in Tillamook, and then we can figure out details. I would like to introduce you to some people within Astoria, some of the nobility, and then we can get things figured out. I don't know what the rest of your group will do, but I would love to have you here. You, of course, will be given an estate, a proper recognition as the individual that you are, and I think together we can truly elevate Astoria.
Can't say I'm good at the whole politicking thing, but I'll certainly do what I can.
Well, what you can do should be great, I think. Although, well, at least a shred of the power of Peter. You did beat him in a contest, after all. And more of the
Certainly
manners.
can't bring our family more shame.
Yeah, there is that. Well, you come back, and make sure that you come back in one piece. And then we shall talk about your future here, in your home.
Looking forward to it.
What is going through Rhodes's head now that you guys are down the line upon the road?
That it means so much less coming from Honora.
Oh,
Like, it would have been great if, like, when he came, like, originally to see Rhodes, that he was, like, sober, and he was like, oh, welcome home, this is what we're gonna do, we're gonna get you all set up, and, like, it's cool, and it's, like, great, and, like, and I am, you know, truly honored that, but, you know, it would have been, different coming from Peter.
Next week on Daddy Issues.
Because you're sexist? Because it was just a woman?
That's exactly why, yep.
Yeah, he specifically said it like that. That was the goal. Too funny. But yeah, anything else that you guys want to discuss as you are ricketing down the road?
It's so sad. Also, I retcon everything I just said now that Rhodes can just get us stuff 100%.
Well, he might have not shared that with you guys yet, right? Because it's
true.
still a shameful offer of becoming a military personnel
That's
individual
true.
within the
And
state.
I'll probably still turn into a Nora to get stuff anyways.
Oh man, I can't wait. All right.
Huh.
Just
That's
gotta give up
interesting.
that-
Goldie still looks like a blood stain on the map.
Shh. Don't tell him.
There's blood all over the mountains.
Them there
Wow, I
mountains.
didn't think that much blood could come from such a little dragon.
Don't tell anyone.
Poor Goldie.
I'm a massacre.
Oh man, I
was
miss
like, what
the
are those red
furnace
dots?
so much.
The remains of
Okay.
Goldie.
But as you guys travel, at first, the journey across the Great Plains of Thylea is overall an uneventful one. The road to the necropolis, as the Centaurian had told you guys, is actually surprisingly well maintained, but you do see that there are creepers and, grasses and the like strewn across it, and overall just kind of semi-overgrown. It doesn't seem to be very well traveled. You do see, as the Mithril Mountains kind of behind you guys disappear, and then you guys start following the river into the western side there, they're just starting to become taller and taller on these northern edges of them. And the scene is just almost beyond comprehension as you guys are walking into this valley, for you see hundreds of more of those massive stone arms just reaching out of the ground into the sky and dwarfing everything around you for a mile. The arms are there just motionless, having no obvious purpose. This alien sight again kind of like makes you wonder, why are they here? What created them? What's the whole point? You guys do remember from your venture to the Mithril Mines that these are referred to as the arms of Kentimane, the husband of Thylea and god of war. But why these edifices to Kentimane are here, we don't know.
Crazy.
You travel for 3 relatively uneventful days. At this point, Casaria, go ahead and make me just cast 1 good berry for me, just to have it cast off. as you guys eat goatberry each day and kind of feel well nourished, having a humble but delicious meal from the druidess. And as you guys are
Not eat 4 at a time. I learned that the hard way.
As you guys ultimately come towards the path that leads upwards into the Mithril Mountains, you know that it is commonly referred to as the Path of the Dead. It is because it is leading to the necropolis, of course. The thing that is truly weird, though, is that it is utterly quiet. There are no bird calls, no insects, no animal life at all. Even the sound of the wind is just completely missing in this dead air. It grows colder and colder as you guys are ascending stone steps that are actually hewn into the side of the mountain itself. The path here is narrow and treacherous. You see, as just past the edge of where you guys are ascending the side of the mountain, the ground falls away for hundreds of feet.
Do we still see stone hands, or?
No, so you guys are at this point kind of like have pushed past that, and you see
Okay.
the field of hands kind of extend below and behind you guys where you had come from the east. You guys are now in the northwestern part of the mountains, having traveled a few days along the way.
Sure.
And of course, leaving it up to you guys, this is just to paint the scene. What, if anything, did you guys think about, discuss over the 3-day journey there? I mean, Minos is now a proper part of the crew, though he might not remember much about who he was.
Well, first things first, are there any sort of animals over these past 3 days that could have been kind of like an omen or a portent of what's to come? Like,
You kind of kept a lookout, and there was nothing really out of the ordinary. You saw some hares every once in a while. You saw some, just like general grazing animals within the steppes, that valley that is actually surprisingly kind of level, and kind of, it does bend down a little bit to a central point where the Archon River cuts into it, but other than that, it kind of seems to be pretty even out and then rises dramatically into the Mithril Mountains. But nothing that you think would be like, oh, David is sending this message or anything like that. Sorry, Kyra.
sure.
Well, she can't do that either. She can't help us.
She cannot. As you guys keep walking for another 2 hours up into this mountainous area, you ultimately come back down into what looks like a vast canyon that is spanned by 3 stone bridges between you guys. You see the ancient necropolis stand before you, awe-inspiring in both size and splendor. And although ice and snow obscure the details from where you are, you see magnificent pillars and statues surround a massive stone structure. You see that out of the 3 stone bridges, 2 are apparently broken and unusable. Although the bottom of the canyon that you're kind of like looking down upon is cloaked in mist. You can see a number of bones scattered among the rocks below.
Do they all appear human?
Make me a medicine check.
What's that?
It's kind of hard to tell from where you are, so the DC is going to be a little bit higher.
I got a
But
17.
you see that it does definitely include what looks like humanoid femurs and the like in the mix, but it's some larger bones, some much smaller bones. It seems to be just a smattering of anything that was once alive seems to come to die in this place.
Well,
I'm gonna word it
Looks like
exactly
it's-
like that.
looks
I
like
hope that's
it's
not
dead
what-
ahead.
I see what you did there. Just to be clear, we didn't come here to die, right? That doesn't apply to us?
I don't think so.
Okay.
We
Uh,
were
Yeah.
hospitalized to come
as
here.
Yanni
so-
responds to the voice of some kind of a god narrating everything happening. The canyon itself is completely just shrouded in silence. The only sounds that you guys can really hear are your own feet crunching through a light layer of frost and snow on the paved path ahead.
I mean,
whatever.
we haven't started Constitution saving throws, so that's a good sign.
Yeah, you guys didn't get quite high enough to have to start making those. It's not quite extreme weather yet. You guys are not like in the no air, like no oxygen, super high altitude, but you definitely climbed up into the mountains.
I was just saying, with all the death around, we haven't started them yet. So that's a good thing.
It's true.
The worst day of my life.
Minos, I would like you to make me a survival check if you would.
Sniff some shit out. Ooh.
You do recognize that there are actually some tracks up and down this paved way, but just the muddying and the way that it's kind of pushed away by the wind and other creatures going across, you can't really make out what they are, but you can tell that there's actually more traffic on this path than you would have expected, Minos.
This road may be not as abandoned as it looks.
Which way do they appear to be going? Oh, towards or away?
Both ways.
Yes.
Yes.
Well,
Also-
we do know that there was robbers previously, so it would make sense that people come here and rob, and then they probably die.
Would end up like that one guy who can't eat anything.
And then die.
So that is
Worse than death,
definitely
if
be
you ask
careful.
me.
I mean, that's probably a blessing at that point.
Hey, thanks for the raid, y'all. Alrighty, as you guys are walking forward, you end up coming down towards the side of the canyon wall that ultimately would have connected the three bridges across. The one on the left side, the north or southernmost from your perspective, is extending over and still relatively walkable. You see massive cracks and rifts kind of like cutting across and marbling the bridges across, but you seem to be able to traverse this place. You guys
Press on slowly.
With the wagon traverse this place? That's the real question.
At this point, you guys have kind of secured the horses as best as you can on the other side of this place. If you guys want to try to bring them across, you think this might be the precipice. This might be the last safe place for the horses to travel on the path, leaving it behind. But if you guys want to try to bring them along, you can certainly do that.
No, leave them. Leave them.
Yeah, we can secure them.
Just, hope no giant birds come along and eat them or something.
Well, if you say it, just don't put it out into the universe.
Oh, it was already out there, trust me.
I'm still gonna slug Yanni in the shoulder for saying that.
Ah!
How dare you speak it into existence?
I don't think it works like that. I don't have that strong a magic yet.
Can I boop Find Steed out of existence like you would with a Find Familiar?
Did you cast it?
That's what I've been writing the whole time.
Oh, sorry.
Because he had one.
Right. And that exists until it dies, right?
Yes.
It does. That's what I'm writing too. Is my
I think
find
if it-
steed.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but if it's dismissed, doesn't it just disappear?
Yeah, it's basically just permanent, and then you can like telepathically communicate it with like in a mile. I don't think you can like poof it like a find familiar.
Yeah.
Now I'm wondering, because I know I did that with my paladin in another game.
Whether
but
that was
that
right or
might
not. Go ahead and put it
I
in.
don't know if that was supposed to happen.
Just use it without using a spell slot really quick, just so we can look at it too.
It just says, as an action, you can release the steed from its bond, causing it to disappear. But it's not like something you can re-summon.
Like
It doesn't
Well,
less
look
than a
like.
minute.
You have to recast the spell. Yeah,
So
Yeah,
that's what
yeah.
it was.
Recast the-
Because I did have to recast the spell to get it back. So,
Yeah, you can poof it, but you can't like bring it back like a find familiar.
You can't unpoof. You can always poof,
Yeah.
but never unpoof.
Yeah.
But just so that the peeps at home can kind of see what you guys are up against now too.
I will keep
When-
my steed.
When
'cause it's-
Brissa unpoofs it, I want to say that for flavor, she kills it like all of her other familiars.
Brutal.
Wow.
Wow.
Brutal.
See how it is. See how it is.
You're keeping your mount?
Yeah, I'm keeping my mount.
All right.
'Cause
What
it-
did your mount
it's
look
smart,
like
though.
again?
Mine was just a warhorse with more dragon regalia, and then I had that saddle that we had gotten from the original horses.
Right. 0 dragon regalia because it doesn't actually come with any of that. But
Yeah.
all right. As you're the lone rider into this place, you can see as the expanse just kind of drops into the darkness below you guys. What do you do?
I'll step out in front. This spookier than I expected.
It's a little spooky, but we should be fine. We can.
Does this bridge look as?
I'm gonna hug
precarious
this
as it
side.
looks?
Sorry, I didn't hear you there, Brian.
Does this bridge look as precarious as the
Picture.
picture?
It does have a certain element of to it, yes.
Okay. How far above the ground are we?
You don't see the ground below. It's just darkness. So you're not quite sure.
So the answer is far enough.
More
Does
than
it
60
feel like
feet.
there might be trolls under it?
Yes, 100%.
Ugh.
But only Norwegian.
I mean,
Oh,
Considering-
fantastic.
considering our financial straits, probably better trolls than tolls.
Why not both?
Damn it.
I've heard
So
you
do
do have
we-
to pay the troll toll.
I'll take the trolls.
Yeah, Yanni gets another slug to the shoulder for speaking that into existence.
Yeah, I just start. Brissa
Yeah,
and I
he's just gonna
lead,
be bruised.
start making our way downtown.
Philistines don't appreciate humor.
It's just darkness.
It's perfectly quiet. It's unnerving. There's not even like the whistling of wind or anything like that. It's just eerie quiet.
We'll say
That's
last time we had a precarious bridge, it was a bad idea for all of us to go across it at the same time. So
Which-
we should just keep that in mind.
So are you guys just waiting until the two of them have passed to cross with them?
I
Or you guys-
will.
Well,
I'll wait.
Yeah.
Means-
Although Lyra, you can fly right now.
Nope, sure can't. Rolled for
Oh.
it.
Oh,
Everything is sad. If you look at Lyra, she has those really depressing, like, dry lines from where the tears are.
Minos,
Yeah,
are you
Minos
pushing this?
seeing
she just
No,
has
I
Nelly
don't see-
Furtado's part in her heart.
Minos seeing the two other heaviest people in the group go forward is like, I think I'll wait for somebody a little smaller. Saddle up.
Right.
And press forward.
Are you guys doing the foot tapping numbers you're testing this bridge, or how does it look?
I mean, especially on this part right in front of us here. This looks pretty sketchy. This part looks especially.
Yeah, and it's kind of like the
cracked.
dirt and gravel inside of the crevices there and the breaks and the stone. It seems to hold better than you'd expect it to, but
Brissa's on a horse, right?
so
Very slowly.
You're taking it with you? I missed that.
of course he is.
Get into my mounted combat. Need to start.
Start practicing.
Rest is just gonna be sleeping in taverns on her horse, in the bed.
I gotta practice for my dragon.
As you guys are having that little conversation back and forth and kind of talking there, you do hear more
Uh-oh.
stone kind of crumbling and breaking away from down below.
Oh, this seems bad.
So you suddenly also hear what sounds like beautiful melody, voices singing in the darkness.
Uh-oh.
As you hear wings unfolding, bodies dropping, and then suddenly what sounds like scattering, but from below the bridge itself. We're going to be rolling some initiative here.
Oh, great.
Which I should probably get in the habit of casting mage armor like once we get to a location.
Not a bad idea.
Yeah,
Not a bad idea.
I didn't cast Gift of Alacrity yet today, so
And who's glad about that? I am.
It's all right. We got extra
Hey, you take
attack now,
everyone.
boys. Nothing else matters. We're rolling.
All right, go ahead and roll initiative.
Oh,
y'all.
sorry, it did not pop out for me like I was expecting. There we go.
Nice.
Oh, great, a 4.
Yay!
oh
That's gonna
right,
be
it
wild.
doesn't work. Oh, yeah, there we go. Okay. Whoops! I rolled that on a private roll. Sorry, David.
That's funny. 13 should be. Yeah, it did. I mean, it updates it on the initiative tracker no matter what, so that should be good.
Oh, okay, cool.
Did one of you guys? Oh man, let me go check something in the settings. Should not do that. Alrighty, as we're going to go into initiative here, gents. Make sure that because you guys are so far apart, we're gonna have to do a pretty far out there view of the battle once more.
So Minos did roll, but it looks like the token is just Minos and not Mass and Minos, so it didn't add it to the.
Oh, that's just because you rolled on the wrong character. That's why.
The other one has no stats.
Yeah, it does. It might not have all the right stats, but that's just because we had to fix stuff. But as a +5 to initiative, Massimino should not be on there. Rolled both the same thing, so I'm going to remove him from combat. And there we go.
Yay!
It's funny that I rolled the exact same thing, though. Alrighty. As this one was not necessarily a surprising kind of a situation. You guys were on alert, walking through this area and worried about what might lie on the other side of this. As you guys hear the scampering underneath, Yanni, next to you, suddenly just you see this blue and gray skinned undead humanoid as it kind of scampers over the edge. And it's like its teeth kind of pulled back and barely sticking into rotting flesh as it comes over the edge there, and you see a ghoul face you down as it is going to try to make a claw attack against you. Holy shit.
Hang on, it's got my mage armor still active. Let me turn that off. Assuming that this add-on's working.
Oh, I think it's one of those ones that for now is probably going to like look as permanent. Let me see if I can't turn that off.
Huh.
All right, there we go.
There we go.
Anyways, that is still going to be a natural 20 on you, Yanni. So
Jesus.
shit is
Oh,
not going to be
God.
helpful. As you do take, oh my god, 15 points of slashing damage. Make me a Constitution saving throw if you would.
Nah, I'm good, thanks. See, I told you. I'm good.
All right. As you guys watch Yanni become paralyzed once more.
Ooh.
Great.
The thing just scrapes across Yanni's forehead. So you just like feel the gross stuff kind of just push into it, into your skin, and you just kind of seize up, starting to froth at the mouth. Up next is Rotus.
All right, I'm going to
I will say you can hear scampering and skittering underneath the bridge where you guys are walking currently as well.
I'm more worried about Yanni.
I can't even see Rodus.
And I would want us all to be fighting together anyway. So it's paused right now, but I'm gonna head back toward.
Go for it. Should be able
Yeah.
to move.
Okay, so I see the one ghoul. I have increased movement now, thanks to my level up.
Yep. You actually only moved 25, so you've got another 15 left.
That still won't get me in range, but I do have. We don't have any of those javelins left, right? Because we donated them to make Brisa's weapon.
Yep.
Okay. Then, I will pull out Peter's hammer, and I will swing it and toss it toward the ghoul, and hold on. So here is my attack. I don't know if I have to do anything specific for it to be a ranged attack. Do I need to make it with dexterity?
No, because it's a thrown weapon, it still counts as a strength check.
Okay.
It
then I will
would be
do that.
disadvantage at that range, I think, though, wouldn't it?
I think so too. Let me double check on the range for Peter's hammer.
Pretty sure it's
It's
2060.
20. Yeah, it is. So can I get within 20 with my extra movement?
Got another
I have
15,
15 more
so
feet.
you can move right there.
Do you
And
still
that is
have the
25
hammer?
feet.
I
Yeah,
do,
he kept
I
it.
did. Mhm. It's still 25?
Yeah.
Okay, then I will make the attack with disadvantage. If the attack doesn't land, let me take a look at what it says. By expending 3 charges, you can use an attack action to make a single ranged weapon attack with the hammer as a thrown weapon against a creature up to 30 feet away. Oh, that's a specific additional limitation of this feature, is I can only use it up to 30 feet away. Instead of letting go of the hammer as I throw it, I can grasp hold of the handle and travel with it.
So with the charge use, yes, you absolutely can then go up to 30.
And I don't need to land the attack, right? But I would end up there, it seems.
Yes,
Even if I don't land the
even
attack.
if you miss.
Okay. Then I will roll it with disadvantage.
No, actually, this is going to be a... I'll have to clean up the language on that one a little bit.
That's 30, not 20 now, right?
Yeah, I think... Yeah, go with that one for now.
Okay, so a straight attack.
Straight attack.
Sounds good. Here's my straight attack with the hammer.
Oh,
Oof.
ugh.
Oh, boy.
Yikes, guys. Really? Well, I don't have to hit, so I'm right next to the guy.
All right, within 5 square. Do you want to be like on, like over the pit or... Ah,
Can I
okay.
be here?
As you like... just throw it and kind of hold onto it. And the creature kind of just
And I'm-
reels back as you shoot off a part of the edge there, the protective walkway. You kind of pull back out as all of the rocks just tumble down into the darkness below.
And I'm just more worried about getting close to Yanni and protecting him than I am about hitting the guy. So I will now use my extra attack feature to make a normal melee attack with the hammer against him.
Awesome.
Swinging at his head.
One hand or two hand?
It would be two-handed, but this
Yeah,
is
you can hold
not
shift as you click on
versatile.
it.
This doesn't have the versatile property unless we're saying that it.
It just doesn't have it in the description text, but it
Okay.
does have it in the
So you said what is the feature to
hold shift.
hold shift? Okay.
I'm gonna double check if convenient effects actually has a thing for that. So that would be cool. Nope. Alrighty. So that
I
is
rolled
going
a
to
4.
be a miss on the creature. As you try to strike it, it seems to be not incredibly dexterous by any means, but it certainly is a little bit more dexterous than that. As You strike at it again, at least catching its attention as Yanni is incapacitated once more.
Good old Rodus dice rolls.
Rodus.
One.
It's has to happen, man. Has to happen, right?
I'm gonna bonus action grapple this bad boy.
Alrighty.
Here is my athletics check.
Oh.
Rodus is back.
Every time.
You strike down. You strike
do
down.
stuff
Just like
athletically, man.
Yes.
You're
you
the
just have
god
to
of
say
grapples, my
everything
man.
is athletically. Everything you do is athletically.
Muscles only.
you throw Peter's hammer to the side. You just go, we're doing this the old school way. Anyway, you grab the school by the throat. As it is hanging on there. However, grappled now.
I'm just holding it off the edge. It's sort of off the edge already.
Kind
It
of,
is like-
yeah. At this point, it's not like where you can easily push it off or anything like that. You're just kind of grabbing it for now. If you're trying to move it next turn, you can definitely try that.
Sounds good.
Alrighty. That is going to bring us to the next ghoul, which appears back behind you guys. And good thing that you moved as it kind of clambers over the edge. Looks at you with its weird, dead kind of glaze over blue eyes, rushes over towards you, and is going to make its claw attack against you as well. But let me double check that is calculated right. Your unarmored defense should be 14, right? Unless I'm going crazy.
Oh, yeah, it should be.
A million.
What? That doesn't sound right. It was.
Well, it's
15
con plus
before,
dex,
wasn't it?
right?
Yeah.
Yeah, basically you add your con mod to your dex.
Oh, for some reason I thought you had more con.
+2.
Hang on one
Yeah,
second.
you should really wear
Can
armor.
Fix that. But that is a
I'll be at
miss thanks to
14. I'll update my character sheet to 14.
it is going to be giving you a hard time for that one, which is stupid.
That's fine.
Because it just did that for me as well. But that is going to bring us to Brissa in a second as I'm trying to also fix-a-licks this stuff real quick.
Fix-a-licks.
Fix-a-licks. All right, there we go. Fix-a-licks. Brixa, it is your turn.
So my fine steed goes like the same time I go, right?
I believe so.
All right. So then I have 60 feet of movement from my fine steed.
Sure.
All right. And then my warhorse, like, if it
Warhouse.
moves 20 feet, it gets trampoline charge. So it is a DC 14 strength saving throw. And if it fails, it is knocked prone.
Let me see if I can get this fixed. Hang on one second. There we go. That's the thing. I was like, where's the token? There we go. Alright, as it goes in there, it tries to make its bonus action to make, it has to make a, oh, it doesn't have to make an attack. That is awesome. Alrighty,
Yeah.
tries to make that dex save and succeeds.
Is it a dex save or a strength save?
No, it's a strength.
It's a strength save. The horse kind of rushes forward as the ghoul dodges out of the way. Miss.
All right. And that was my horse movement. So then I am just going to attack it with my Dorata from the back of my horse.
Alrighty.
Uh-huh.
I don't think you can actually bonus action with that. It can only dash, disengage, or dodge if you're using it like that.
For what?
I'll have to double check on that one because I didn't think we were going to get into the mounted combat stuff yet. Anyway, that is going to be a hit on it.
It doesn't say that the trampoline charge actually like costs anything, right? It's just if it moves 20 feet, then it kind of like runs
No, it's a
over.
bonus action to do the trampling charge.
It says the horse can make another attack with a bonus action.
Oh, damn it. Looking at the things. Anyway, we'll get to it later. For now, go for it.
Yeah. So I attack with that, and then
Alrighty.
extra attack.
And another hit.
And then I should get my polearm bonus attack, but I don't have that in my inventory anymore.
Give me 1 second.
Well, dang it, Brissa.
I know.
Yeah, the Warhorse wording does say that the trample is just a movement thing, but if it gets knocked down, it can attack as a bonus.
That's what it was.
But would that cost my bonus or the Warhorse's bonus?
Like I said, we'll check into that stuff later. Go ahead and make that Pam attack. I just added it. That should work. All right, that one is a miss, sadly.
Oh, okay. And I also did want to say, I noticed that Rodus' hammer doesn't have the +1 from the attack and damage roll, so I don't know if that would have made it hit or not.
It wouldn't.
So it would have been a 12.
Oh. It would have made a difference. Alrighty, I'll give it to you.
You can use the damage I rolled for my other attack if you'd like.
No, it's all good. I'm just using the one that hit.
Oh, perfect.
It would have hit.
Yes.
That is all I have then.
Right. Minos.
All right, I'm assuming we don't have Moss's token anymore.
We might. Hang on.
We're gonna have
When you guys
so many
notice that
tokens.
kind of stuff, do me a favor, call it out at the time. I just feel bad when it's like not right around that time. But here we have it, so there's not too much of a delay.
We got a Warhorse, we got Goldie, we got Moss.
Does the bird go on its own initiative or on your initiative?
It does technically have its own initiative.
Sounds good.
Lyra can technically have 4 familiars.
Eventually we'll get
No,
a drag.
actually, Flock of Familiars says if you already have one, it counts as one of the 3.
Right, but as a 3rd level spell, it summons 4.
Oh,
And all my
Wow.
spells are 3rd level now, so it
That's
would be my
crazy.
1 Find Familiar and 3 from the Flock of Familiars if I cast it.
that's crazy.
So
he's
Moss will
at
be
it.
on Minos' shoulder, and he'll command. He'll say, "Moss to the skies," and then he'll pull out his friendly revolving chakram, and he'll start making his attacks against this first ghoul here.
Can I get a Xeno Warrior Princess undulation with this?
You have to. It's the rules.
Ah,
Yeah.
Ooh.
RNG
Suck it,
is
that guy's
not
So
on
it does
our
not return on
side.
this one, correct?
Correct. So I'll throw my other one.
All right, as which one did you attack? I guess you didn't really declare.
The one straight ahead on the bridge.
Oh, okay.
I
You
have
put
it
the
there.
marker on it? Perfect. Hallelujah. Alrighty. That kind of clatters. Yeah. It's still on the bridge.
All right, second one.
Ooh.
Alrighty, that's a hit. Still standing.
And I should be able to catch it with my offhand and use my bonus action for 2-weapon fighting still, right? Sure.
Whatever. Let's do it.
All right.
Cut off the head.
We're level
Dead.
5 now, David.
It's awesome.
We're level 5 now.
How the hell does it return off a hit? Like the physicist in me is just like, doesn't make any sense.
If you buy the 10th anniversary Xena box set, there's a lot of good behind the scenes footage of how they CGI all of the chakra movements in the show.
That's awesome.
And also, it's just the undulation. That's what brings it back to you. Obviously. Their site is based on echolocation.
It's just because chakrams are cool. Next, he'll get that one that splits into 2 different pieces and goes in different directions and then comes back into 1 chakra.
All right. Now that his path ahead is clear, he's gonna take some movement up here.
Oh, I just realized you rolled a natural 20 and none of us were excited about it. I'm excited
I
for your
was.
natural 20.
I totally was.
I was hung up on the physics problem.
Yeah.
Is he
I
anywhere
just-
around where his other one landed?
Yeah, you just pick it up.
Yeah, and I'll just hold up here.
Alrighty, sounds good. Hold
I
on.
just started talking about Xena and then I got distracted.
Cena's life. It happens.
Alright, you see a harpy kind of fly up as her bestial lower half and kind of like the sides just kind of like start hovering some 20 feet above there to the side. She's going to sing her luring song.
Do we all have to make saves for this?
Yup.
So mad. I'm so mad I can't fly right now.
What is it? What is it? A wisdom save?
It is indeed a wisdom save.
Come see about me, bitch. I got a 15.
Oh no.
Oh man, y'all are all falling for it. She's singing Planet Her right now. You know what? It's a damn mood. I get it.
Alrighty, you guys hear the singing happening as most of you guys, well, half of you guys seem to be pretty okay, but or just kind of like shake off the sensation. Minos, however, let me go down the road. Oh my dear Yanni, you
Yeah, I'm
are
double
fine.
fucked.
You're fine. However, Brissa is charmed. And what you want to do, more than anything, is to get very close and follow this harpy. She seems lovely. She seems incredibly lovely. Minos, you feel the same way. And Lyra, you also feel that same way.
Do I have a way to make this not happen?
You tell me.
I don't. I'm looking. I thought
Alrighty.
maybe I could just because it's the same kind of bullshit I pull, but I don't. I don't have anything that could do it.
You fell
Alrighty.
for your own tricks.
I'm like trying to see if nymphs are immune to charm right now.
Right? I'm like, sirens literally do the same thing. Surely I don't get affected by this.
Damon, sincerely sorry. Go to make me a con save.
You don't have to be sorry. It's just the game.
And the paralysis ends.
Really?
Yay!
Hey,
That's a low DC. I assume that was at the end of my turn.
That was at the end of your turn, yes. And let me
Got
double
little
check.
hearts.
You are also considered incapacitated, FYI, but
Me?
no, this is sorry. This is for Brissa, Lyra, and
Harpy people.
mhm.
This is a magical effect, though, right? So I should get advantage
Sure.
from
Goldie.
Goldie. Nope. My advantage was
You
4.
deserve that one.
my
100%
advantage was
deserved
horrible.
it. You waited until after the fact. Alrighty, let's see. Blah 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 blah. On your turn, you do have to use your movement to try to get as close to the harpy in as direct a
Oh,
way
you
as
just said they were
possible.
incapacitated.
I know, that's the weird thing. It still is on top of that. So you cannot use your movement normally, but you're incapacitated. So even though technically you cannot move, you do have to then use your action to move as close as you can on your turn. It's weird the way
Yeah.
that it's worded.
Yeah.
Okay.
Alrighty. Which brings us to Lyra's turn. You stumblingly kind of start walking towards that way.
Yeah.
Make me another wisdom saving throw as you get to the edge, kind of step up to it, and then just look down into the nothingness below.
I got a 15.
Ooh.
I got a
As
15.
that kind of breaks you out of it. Now, the charmed effect goes away. The incapacitated condition also goes away, but your turn at that
The
point
end.
ends.
Yeah. That's fine, as long as I don't fall down this hill, because I can't fly right now.
And as you think that, a ghoul appears right below you. Coming up at you.
Fantastic.
Great, love it.
Alrighty, that's going to be a claw attack for a big old miss. Alrighty, as from the west, another harpy comes flying in.
Why not?
Why wouldn't it, right? And there's another luring song that comes out. Alrighty. Let me double check one thing real quick.
I think I'm thinking the same thing you are, but I'm thinking the answer is not what I want to hear.
I'm gonna rule that if you broke out of it, you will be okay, but you're immune against one harpy song. However, if you break out of any kind of incapacity, any kind of charmed effect from one of the harpies, you then become immune to all of the harpies, just because otherwise it's pretty brutal. But I do need Rhodus, Casaria, and Yanni to make me renewed wisdom saving throws.
I threw mine already. I got a 26.
Mwah.
Damn it.
Jesus.
No!
Rhodus with those nat 20s on non-attacks. As long as it's not an attack, he's got that nat 20.
You know what? I don't
waiting.
like combat anyway, so just keep
I mean,
all
I
my
think we
rolls
should just start
real quick.
skipping over it, right? It's become kind of it's getting to the point, like level 7, you guys won't even need combat anymore. Fuck, Yanni, you are charmed.
Yeah, I gathered that. I'm glad I spent my feet on proficiency in wisdom saves.
Yeah, it's almost like it doesn't show. Alrighty.
You beat the first one?
Yeah, I guess there's that.
As you see one more harpy on the south side. Rhodus and Casaria, make me one more wisdom saving throw.
Jeebus.
There you go.
Oh
Ones
my
and 20s. That's what you
God.
get from Rhodes.
Oof, I got an 11.
You are okay, Casaria. If only you guys had a bard with a counter charm or something like that. Alrighty.
I hate everything.
Yeah, we need a bard and a cleric, I know.
We had a
One more
bard with
level.
us for a while.
And then you got her killed.
She
From
got
the west
herself
side,
killed. She's an
attacking-
adult.
Attacking Minos is this ghoul over there, but is not able to get through. What was the command that you issued to... Oh shit, sorry, I forgot to reveal this token. It rushes also at you. It's another ghoul attacking you, Minos, and that is going to be a hit this time. Minos, go ahead and make me a Constitution saving throw if you would. Alrighty,
Yeah.
as the paralyzing weird Icar effect tries to wash over you, you are fine. Yeah, sorry again, Ephraim. What's the command that you ushered to Mas?
I told him to take to the skies, which is when he flies up and starts pinion storming things on his turn.
Okay, he is technically still on your shoulder, as you had said. He moved with you as you moved forward, so he would incur attacks of opportunity at this point.
Okay.
So
would he see that Minos is out of sorts?
Mhm.
Can he peck Minos on the head?
Roll me a D100 meta check. Alrighty. He tries to slash at you, but your armor is too high, as he's trying to like try to wake you up and get you out of there.
He'll just take the dodge action then.
Well, I mean, let me double check. Smart ass bird. What is the bird stat on that? It was a 6 int.
On
million.
brains,
5,000.
It's pretty good.
he has 6 int and 8 wisdom, and can understand any languages that I speak.
I was about to say 6 int is enough to understand languages. It says that under Fine Steed.
And he does have advantage on any wisdom check that relies on sight.
Oh shit. Moss has to make me some wisdom saves.
Oh no!
Actually, let me double check. That might be a lie.
Isn't he like an automaton or whatever?
Yup. So not affected by the song, it looks like, which is good. But yeah, try to attack you to get you out of the charmed condition, which is on what page? And he got a 12 to hit. Cannot make the dodge action after that because he can't dodge as a bonus action, right? That would be crazy good.
He needs to take a couple levels of rogue. The next couple level ups.
Nope.
Alright, cool.
He
In
can
that
stabilize people as a bonus action.
case- Can? It's ridiculous.
Something
Alright.
stupid like that.
He can like
Keep
give
it-
people potions, can't he?
Keep that in the back of
Yeah.
your mind because I might need that after this next turn.
Alright, Kasari, it's your turn.
Let's see. If I move over here, can I still attack the school that attacked Annie?
You will get an attack of opportunity from this guy.
One that tried to hit me.
One sec.
I'm out of frame.
Okay, well then, instead, I'll stay where I'm at, so I don't get that attack, and I'm gonna attack this guy with snake hair.
Yep. Alright, that's a hit, and it is immune to poison.
Damn. I mean,
But it's piercing damage.
No,
I
it takes
kinda
it takes a 1 point, it just doesn't have to make a con save.
I kind of had a feeling, but just wanted to test that out. And then I'm gonna toss a healing word. Okay. Because I don't really have anything that could dispel charm.
Alrighty.
Have 8 points.
Gladly.
Whoops.
I'll take those too.
Yeah, I figured.
Is this I wouldn't know this, but is this a charm effect that you get another chance on when you take damage?
Check.
Oh, Kasaria can start like petrifying people now, right? Because we're level 5.
Oh, I didn't know that. I haven't leveled myself up yet. But yeah, at level 5 I should be able to.
That'd be a
That'll be
great
fun.
move on a harpy.
Well, it's like such a low DC, I think, though. I was reading it.
Yeah.
But
It'd
if
be
it
way
works,
too
though,
uber otherwise.
I mean, and they have to fail to save like 3 turns in a row before they turn to stone. Otherwise, they're just paralyzed. or they
Still a
break out of
paralyzed
it.
flyer.
Right. I'm still technically level 4 because I wasn't here last week. My bad, y'all.
Alright, we'll just say that you don't have any level 3 spells prepped. However, can you add your HP? Because that might come in handy.
Sure, let me roll it real quick. I think it's 1d8, isn't it?
Yep.
yeah.
Okay.
Unless you did not take your level in Druid.
Nah, I'm going Druid still.
The monk comes later.
It's a exclamation point, I think. Yeah.
So,
There we go.
Ephraim's got to be thinking it too. Is a Druid monk by default a drunk?
Nice. Alrighty. Alright, action, bonus action, and you stay where you're at, I'm guessing, right?
Yeah, I don't want that attack of opportunity, so that's my turn.
Alrighty, that brings us back up to the top as it is this ghoul's turn, which is grappled by you. Interesting. But now you are incapacitated. I gotta double check really quick with this one as well.
I mean, incapacitated should give it advantage. Pretty sure.
Just means takes no actions or reactions, actually.
Oh. What am I thinking of?
Paralyzed. If you would have
Paralyzed.
still been paralyzed, that would have been bad news. It is going to focus
Yeah.
its attention over to Rotus, tries to make a strike at you, does succeed. You take 7 points of slashing damage, Rotus, as you make me a Constitution saving throw, if you would.
Sick.
Tight.
Get that +5 though.
Beautiful. And with that, you resist the paralyzing effect. All right.
Did we
Rotus.
determine if taking damage gets him a chance to shake the charm?
It does not.
Okay.
Cool.
So, Justin, I would
What?
just open your character sheet real quick and just make your health 31 and 31.
I just did.
Oh,
Well, I'm in my character sheet right now anyway.
oh, I just meant on Foundry, not. Oh, okay.
So I am charmed and paralyzed.
You're not paralyzed. You did resist that effect. However, as you step towards the edge and kind of look down, you're going to make me another wisdom saving throw.
Sick.
Oh.
Oh no.
Rotus steps up to the side as there's just perfect silence except for the wings beating, the creatures hissing, people kind of being out of sorts as still having the ghoul in hand.
Wow.
So
Rotus disappears into the darkness below.
maybe he'll land on the ghoul.
That's
As
so
the ghoul
cool.
just... We'll get back to you in a sec.
Sick.
Ursa, it's your turn.
I might join you. We'll see. Oh,
You step off of your horse. Or actually,
okay, so I
you
did-
got charmed by... I forget which one. This one, right? Step
no,
off of your horse this way.
it was this one.
Make me another wisdom saving throw.
Is he?
Eh.
And at the edge and the end of your turn, you are able to snap out of it.
All right, that's all I got then.
First roll
Minos.
was a 1.
This
No.
counts as forced movement, right?
Is he?
No, it does. I think it specifically says you do not avoid opportunity attacks.
And there's no
It-
way that damage breaks me out of it either.
Correct.
That seems real dumb because if I'm incapacitated,
Yeah.
any hit that hits me is an auto crit.
No, that's paralyzed. You made the same mistake I did.
Incapacitated is bad, and incapacitated is Jesus Christ. Incapacitated potato is bad. I mean, you lose your actions and reactions. That's bad. But you're not completely out. All right, now that was this one. I think one of you guys was definitely the other one, not that one.
I know
It
Brissa,
was-
I, and
Rotus, actually, now that I think about it, was this one. Because
yeah.
he succeeded on the first two.
Yeah, then he would be actually falling off the edge over here.
Could
He
you
made
make
it
it
there
that
for
far?
dragging the
Grappling
ghoul?
the ghoul?
I was gonna let him
we
have
thought
the
the same
ghoul
thing.
just because, like, technically it was just fun and cool to have, but since you guys pointed it out, the sticklers win. He is dropping off the other edge and just let go. He didn't have an action or like anything like that to like really do that still.
I'm getting
Whatever.
But if he was grappling, he'd
Yeah, I
only
know,
have half
I know.
movement.
It's fine.
We just want Rotus to not be dead on the bottom of the river.
Yep.
Oh, I'm not dead. This ain't gonna kill Rotus, don't you worry. I promised to Nora I'd do that.
No murder.
Didn't
boners,
promise that it would be in
no.
a corporeal form.
She said to return safely, and I promised I would.
But did you swear
Did you take an oath? You and me, Tyler. You and me. Which is probably scary for you. I'm sorry.
That's fine.
All right, Minos, go to make me the wisdom saving throw.
That's a 14.
And sadly, both the ghouls miss, which means you do not become paralyzed. As you step to the edge and break out of it.
Yay!
Easy.
This harpy's gonna fly over.
Oh,
I get my reaction though, right?
come there.
Yeah, you're no longer incapacitated. Alright, and even though
Oh.
it makes absolutely no sense, she stays right there. Yanni.
I
Wisdom saving
assume.
throw.
Let's see. I was charmed by this one, I think, right?
Oh, yeah.
So would I move along the side
Yeah.
first, or just try? Okay. Wisdom saving throw. Everybody, wish me luck.
Yay!
And you did.
Hey,
Alacas!
Alrighty, Lyre.
Question.
Hmm?
So, reaction spells, do they follow the rule of you can't cast another leveled spell, or is it different?
That one is different.
Okay. Okay. Second
Featherfall,
question.
or-
Like Hellish
No.
Rebuke, like trying to trigger a Hellish Rebuke and then stepping away, or like first casting Armor of Agathis on yourself and then Hellish Rebuke.
Right.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
you can
So
definitely
that's
do
all
that.
good. That's Gucci. Okay.
Mhm.
Second question.
Mhm.
If the spell is from an innate spell, could I also cast a leveled bonus action spell?
No.
Okay. That's fine. I just wanted to make sure I couldn't do that. But that's okay. There's quite a few things I want to do right now. I am going to look at this harpy.
Which one? Sorry. Oh, okay.
This
Got
one.
It. Got it.
And cast Hold Person.
It fails
oof.
because it's not a humanoid.
Dang it. I wasn't sure, because technically I'm a humanoid.
Yeah, you can tell that
Only
the
one level of cursed. It's that second level of cursed
Yeah.
that's the problem.
That's fine. Now I know.
And nowhere is half the battle.
That's right. And then I'll hex it, cause fuck that harpy. No, I can't,
well, you can't. Yeah.
cause I just asked that. That's all I do then.
So no stepping away.
No, I'll just let him try and hit me if he tries.
All right, sounds good. As the boy does indeed. Actually, doesn't matter. Roll for it. Attacks Casaria,
Cool.
and that's a miss with an 11 to hit. This harpy is going to swing down towards Yanni and tries to, with one of its attacks, grapple you. So go ahead and make me an athletics or an acrobatics check if you would.
Or to take a wager, so which one that's going to be?
Alrighty, you dodge out of the way as it hisses angrily at you and tries to claw you, and that is also going to be a miss, I believe. Yes, sir.
Oh, yay.
This one just keeps singing, focusing on Rhoda's, positions itself right there.
Oh, right, I forgot Rhoda's still charmed.
Skull is going to attack the burb. Check, that
Is
a
the
hit.
burb not still on my shoulder?
And rushes over and makes an attack against Yanni instead.
Sorry, but
Save your damn bird, that's fine.
It's your bird, Yanni.
Yeah, save my bird. That's right, save my bird.
Alright, the warhorse takes some damage and fails its con save, so is paralyzed.
Ooh.
Hey, that's fine. I can summon a new one.
No, you're right.
Well,
It's expendable, just like Goldie.
Goldie's not expendable. Warhorse is totally expendable.
Moss flies up into the air between the harpies to kind of just put itself out of some positioning there. Alrighty, and then he starts yoning the one on the left, and that is going to be a miss from him.
it should be +7 to hit.
Still a miss. It's a +6 on here. We'll have to fix it
It's
later.
+4 plus my proficiency.
Ah, that's why the proficiency bonus went up.
Should have summoned my pet. I was like, I'll do it later. I should have just went ahead and done it.
I hate it when babies go in their mouth. It's just never good.
Is Oh No ever good? Has there ever been a good Oh No?
Alright,
In the
that was a
history
2
of
to
Oh
hit.
No?
It's still a
I
miss.
mean-
Hard questions here.
I'm going to
Sorry.
assume that when a bad guy screams "Oh no" in a movie, if you're rooting for the right side,
You know, you're
Then-
right. You got me. You got me with that one.
Now that being said, I was pulling for Anakin at the end of Revenge of the Sith, but
Bring us back, David.
Yeah, sorry, it's your turn.
I think I'm gonna go ahead and cast Wind Wall.
That'd be fun. Is that a third level
Yeah.
spell?
Yeah.
You're not prepared. You didn't prepare those. I'll say that's what you get for not leveling up before the session. You have
Okay,
third level
that's
spell
fair.
slots for sure, but you don't have the spells prep.
That's fair.
Also, you have one too many spells prepared anyway.
Oh, do I?
Yep. I think you can only prepare 10 right now because it's your Wiz mod plus your levels in Druid.
Oh, I thought Foundry stopped you automatically. My bad.
Foundry doesn't
Oh.
update that automatically
Mhm.
for whatever reason.
There we go. I'll go ahead and take that off.
There
But
should
you
be a little thing on the
Hmm.
bottom that says like 8 out of 10 or 8 out of 15
Yeah,
or
I just
whatever.
fixed it up for you. So you've got one more spell you can prep.
Oh. I never paid attention to that because I don't have to prepare stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a wizard druid cleric problem.
Mine just says 0 out of 0.
Hey.
Guess what I'm playing right now? A wizard and 2 clerics. So
A wizard druid cleric.
very, very familiar with it.
if you have a cool 2nd level spell, you could upcast it at a 3rd level. I don't
Or,
know what
you know-
Kasaria's spells are.
Heals, upcast heals are always good.
True.
Hmm.
I mean, I'm okay-ish hit point wise, so if you got something better to do, do it.
Yeah, health
Kill
isn't
shit.
too bad right now.
Kill it! Kill the ghoul!
How far away is that ghoul for this? And how far away to that? 60 feet? Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna cast Dust Devil then.
Alrighty. Let me reread that. It's been a hot second. I kind of remember it, but it's been a long time since I last read it. Choose an unoccupied 5-foot cube of air that you can see within range. An elemental force that resembles a dust devil appears in the cube and lasts for the spell's duration.
Oh, that's a nice roll.
Where do you place it?
Right here.
Where is right here? Sorry. Oh, okay, gotcha. I just see also a huge thing that was dropped on the left there. On the right. Oh, that was the wind wall. As any creature that ends its turn within 5 feet of the Dust Devil must make a strength saving throw. On a failed save, it takes 1d8 bludgeoning damage and is pushed 10 feet away. As a bonus action, you can move the Dust Devil up to 30 feet in any direction. If the Dust Devil moves over sand, dust, rose, blah, 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 it gets sucked up and forms a cloud of debris, which is cool, so you can obscure areas with it too. So it does not take any damage until the end of its turn, so...
Right.
Okay.
And I don't really have any bonus actions that aren't spells, so I'm gonna stay right there and end my turn.
Alright. Ghoul is going to... I'm gonna say just auto break out of the grapple there because you are incapacitated.
That's fair. That's fair.
Move over towards... Going to just make an attack against the horse.
No, the horse is good.
You're right. You're right. You're right.
The horse is just a big sack of hit points
You're right. You're
for
right.
us.
Make me a wisdom saving throw, Rotus. As you try to step over the edge there.
Let's see.
We believe
I'm
in
gonna
you.
use my DM inspiration.
Get it.
There you go.
Wisdom saving throw. First
One
one.
Okay.
No,
He just likes to
no.
tease us.
It was worse.
The ghoul will still make an attack of opportunity because that is just how it thinks. And
Now we didn't even lose the ghoul.
you
Damn it.
take 6 points of slashing damage. Go ahead and make me a Constitution saving throw.
Oh, you want to fail this one?
Yes, please, God. No.
Oh,
I mean,
Can I choose to fail?
yeah, I think somebody would probably call that out, but you can always choose to fail something. So you choose to fail and are paralyzed.
You
Your
can choose-
subconscious
even if
kicks
it's
in.
like against an enemy.
Yeah.
You can
You
choose
can always
to fail.
choose to fail.
Oh, I thought that was just if like another player was casting something on you.
No, I mean, I'm sure there's
Wow.
specific situations where it wouldn't make sense, but for the most
Allow
part, yeah.
His poison to flow through me.
That's good to know. I didn't know that.
All right, Brissa will step right here, and then she'll like grasp around and like look for her sword hilt, and
No
then
advantage.
like,
Just so you know, because he's paralyzed currently.
oh yeah, I'm not attacking quite yet. So, but you know, I'll be looking around for my sword hilt, and then I don't have it, and then so I'll just like grasp onto Goldie and channel divinity through Goldie, but it won't be.
You're trying to use Goldie as your
Murder
holy
Goldie.
symbol?
you,
You're trying to use
mean,
Goldie
can-
as your holy symbol?
Can I mean, do you have to channel divinity through a holy symbol?
I believe you do. Let me double check.
I don't know.
she can't just use Goldie as like a New Year's Eve kazoo.
I'm gonna keep it as rules as written on that one.
I don't even see Channel Divinity
Yeah, me
on
neither.
my sheet, or either of my Channel Divinities.
Hang on 1 second. I gotta look this up.
Well, he's looking this one up. Everybody say hi to Kevin.
Hi, Kevin.
Let's
Kevin.
get you in the frame.
Doesn't specifically require it. You choke poor Goldie out.
It won't be. I'm not joking. It's like a little nice pet, right? And they'll just flowing the divinity through him, and then I don't have it in my sheet, but it will be the scorn of the unworthy channel divinity instead, and then that should target all of the. It should target everyone, but it is a charisma saving throw, and any creatures that I see that fail fall prone and lose concentration.
Nice. Do they literally fall prone?
Yep, if it says fall prone and loses concentration. I can paste it into the chat since I don't have it linked anymore or created anymore.
Hang on 1 sec.
Oh, now that I disturbed Kevin, he wants to leave. Here you go, buddy. Go on.
Excuse me.
It's just under the oath. For some reason, it didn't break that out. Sorry about that. Alrighty.
Excuse me.
13 DC. What's one with a save? Hang on 1 second. I'm gonna use one of your spells that has a save just to make the saving a little bit easier. Shit, that's wisdom. Let's do this old school. That was weird. That was a weird glitch.
You mean how it became visible for a second there? As opposed to...
No, it just pasted a second copy of that one over there.
Oh.
David was just upset that we were still figuring stuff out, so he summoned more ghouls.
I'll say this one kind of drops onto that weird ledge there. Oh no, shit, she's saved. What am I doing?
Helping us?
Feeling pity?
I was hoping these creatures don't have a high amount of charisma.
Well, if they're anything like worse me,
Sweet.
Worse me not to be confused with Versi.
her too.
Alrighty.
You watch
Yeah, we
your
can-
mouth.
As I say, we gotta be careful how we talk about her now.
3 ghouls fall prone, 1 harpy dies.
Yay! Oh, that also means if you go off the bridge, you do die.
Hey, better than nothing. That's all I can do. Because I don't have any like bonus actions or anything like that. So if it just stay here.
Sounds good. Go for it,
Alright.
Venus.
Minos knows what harpies are, right?
Sure.
Uh, uh, his favorite enemy type is monstrosities.
Yeah, like, is that true?
Okay. I will use my bonus action to emit my battle cry.
I mean, it's a yodel.
It's not, but it is a moving performance.
dare
Uh,
I'll take a step over here, and I will make my attacks at advantage against this one accosting Yanni.
You can hold alt so you have advantage on them. So just roll me a
I'll
d20
do
from the
one
dice tray
normal.
at the bottom right there. Alrighty.
And the second attack.
Both hit. Still alive.
All right, and then he'll motion to Moss and say,
What are you doing? You just saw that guy fall off the edge, right? Just get back over the bridge.
and that's it for me.
Alright, Yanni, go for it.
So the harpy's 10 feet up, so I can't reach her with a melee anything, right?
Well, that's where it kind of gets weird because technically speaking, she's just in that. She's not like hovering above that 5 foot. Well, she is
Like
in
in
melee
that weird
reach with you.
diagonal.
Yes, she is in.
She
melee.
is in melee reach.
Yeah.
Okay.
She's essentially in that 10 foot, that 5 foot block, and then 10 foot block. Like if she was hovering, I would give her like a 5+5.
It's like
Gotcha.
if there's like a square around you, she's in that little.
Yeah, I mean, I was just looking at the plus 10. I thought she was.
I'll put 5 if that makes it easier for you. Either way.
Yeah, I just wanted to make sure I was thinking things right, because if she was out of melee, that would have changed what I was doing here.
Yeah.
But since she is not out of melee,
That flying math is gonna suck
yeah.
every time.
So I can reach her, so I will. Yeah. I will shocking grasp her. I don't think I hit.
That's a hit.
Really?
Oh.
She takes 13 points of damage and loses her reaction.
Cool. And since sorry, trying to figure something out.
You good?
Creature has disadvantage on attack rolls. I'm going to roll the dice since he's prone. And she has no reaction. And I'm going to 10, 15, 20. Scramble to there.
Alright, he misses you.
Cool. That is my turn. Thank you.
Awesome pass. I'm Lyra.
I will move back.
Alrighty. Tries to take a swing at
Oh,
you with
that was the wrong
advantage.
thing. But yes.
And that is a hit on you. Would you like to use your reaction?
I sure would.
Alrighty, sounds good. After you make that reaction, make me a con save.
You got it.
Oh.
I will. How do I want to make this happen? What does Hellish Rebuke look like when Lyra does it?
What does it? Yeah, that's fun.
I think her eyes go gold, and the threads just kind of shoot from her towards whatever attacked her.
Love it. Ooh, baby.
That
As
is impressive.
the thing just absolutely, like, you see all of the strings kind of pierce into it and all the different orifices and all of the wounds that are still gaping, rotting on this thing into it, and suddenly you just see it kind of gets strung taut and just snap into 100 different pieces as the body falls dead down below. Make me con save though.
Yeah, I know.
That is the one drawback.
14.
You're good to go.
Hell yeah. Okay, I know I literally just asked this, but I can still action, bonus action spell, right? If one's a cantrip?
Hmm.
Okay. I will Hex. How far is Hex? 30 feet?
No, it's like 90, I think.
Oh, it is 90. You're right. I will Hex this harpy down at the bottom. And give it disadvantage on strength, just in case it even gets close to Rhodas.
Sounds good.
And I will fire both of my Eldritch Blasts at it.
Ooh la la.
You know what that means? We can finally literally say pew pew.
Yay! So, do I still just roll it once? Does it do it on its own, or is it...
You still have to make a roll for each attack because it's a separate attack roll, and then
Okay.
you have to roll a separate d6 for each time it does hit.
Okay, I just wasn't sure. Cool. So
D10,
here's
but
the...
yeah.
A d6 for the
Oh, you
hex.
mean the hex?
For the
Right.
Hex, yeah. Here's the first one.
Alrighty, that's a hit. Go and roll me that d6 if you would. Nice. Alright,
And-
the fate string attaches, you yank it back, and just this massive chunk of her comes flying out.
Yeah. And then here's the second one.
Also a hit. If you roll another 4. Ooh. Alrighty, 12 points. She's still flying, but looking rough.
And
And technically,
That's
you'd be
it.
standing here just because you did trigger the
Yeah.
attack opportunity, but No big.
I was gonna move
Yeah.
myself. I just couldn't. Actually, I might move a little further now that I think. No, I'll stay there. I'm fine. I'll stay there.
sounds good.
That's it. All done.
Alrighty.
Everyone saw Lyra got mad because a ghoul touched her, so she made it explode.
Make me an athletics or acrobatics check, Minos. Alrighty, she has no chance. Tries to claw at you. That is actually going to be a hit. You take 7
I
points
will
of
use
slashing.
bracer deflection.
Alrighty, what does that do?
It gives me +5 to my armor class until the start of my next turn.
Holy crap!
Jesus. Why did none of us
Wonder
play a ranger?
Woman.
Well, I mean, it's another. To be fair, it's another Xena thing.
I mean, it was a Wonder Woman thing long before it was a Xena thing, but she used it
Yeah.
more for projectiles.
How many times can you use that?
Equal to my charisma modifier. No, equal to my wisdom modifier per short rest.
Oh my sweet lord!
God.
That is possibly the most broken thing I've seen in all of these.
Yep, so at
Uh.
18 wisdom, that's 4 free shield spells per short rest.
Wow. That is nuts.
And he basically gets rage too from that. From
Like battle
Rage,
cry,
it's
yeah.
better rage. It's literally better rage.
Well, it ends if I get hit at all.
You did get hit. Well,
yeah,
I guess
but-
that was like.
I didn't get
beforehand.
hit.
Now you can shield yourself through it, so Jeebus.
Doesn't matter. Alrighty, that's going to be a crit.
I should have
on-
read that class closer.
Right? If we all die, we
Yes.
should just all make Amazon Rangers.
Yeah.
Oh,
Themyscira
shit.
sends aid.
I'll
Um,
be Gabrielle.
So here's the problem. Even though you hexed her and she has disadvantage, Rotus, because he's paralyzed, automatically fails all strength saves.
I forgot he was paralyzed. That's okay. I still did extra damage from it, so it's not like it was a waste.
Oof, she's carrying him off.
Make me another con saving throw, Rotus.
Ooh, how many saves can I fail tonight?
I don't know.
All of them.
Another
Make it
con.
athletically.
Yeah. Athletically make a con save.
Ooh.
All right. You happen to snap out of it as you're being dragged over the edge there.
Oh god. I hang on for dear life, I guess.
Alrighty. What I'll say is she lets go of you and you're kind of dangling down. But you're in a precarious situation now.
I am indeed.
Alrighty.
So he caught himself on the bridge, is what you're saying?
Yeah.
Cool.
Alrighty. Goes for the horse.
Oh, I think I forgot to cast Hex. That was my bad.
Oh, no.
I was
worries.
like, why do I still have a
Why do you
spell
have so many
slot?
spell slots? Yeah.
Yeah, I was like, why do I still have one?
Oh, technically has advantage on that, so the first one would have been actually more. Or it would have hit as a crit.
Glad we
my,
have Horse Tank with us.
yeah, right. My Hex is 8 hours now, though. That's cool.
Alrighty,
Yep.
horse is dead.
Or served its purpose.
It did.
Oh,
Um,
poor meat shield.
That's its name.
It is now.
Cannon.
Accepted.
That's what Yanni calls it. I don't care what Alyssa calls it.
Alright, Kasara, it's your turn after another of the harpies dies.
Okay. Let's see. I'll move right here. And I'm gonna go ahead and cast Thornwood on that ghoul right in front of me.
Sounds good.
Maybe. It's supposed to be 2d6 for level 5.
You
So-
do know that it says it pulls it closer to you.
Okay, that's fine. It's off of Brissa.
I mean, yeah, but it's a 30-foot range and it only pulls at 10 feet, so you could have kept yourself safe too. Was kind of my point.
Oh, well, whatever.
Look, I think I'm gonna remake Thornwood Freya, because that one is kind of janky looking.
Okay.
Janky.
I appreciate it, Tyler. Everything you've done on that one, I appreciate you.
Yeah, I think that was before I figured out that you could clear the formatting.
Go ahead and click on that again for me, if you would.
Oh.
Still doesn't do it right. Weird. All right. Anyway, that is going to be.
Well, there you go.
Why doesn't it just make a? That's so weird. Roll me a d20 plus 8.
Is it with advantage since he's prone, or is
No,
Thorn
that's
with a
why I
range?
looked it up, because it has to be within 5 feet of the creature.
Got it.
There you go.
Whoa.
27.
Nice. That is a hit. Takes 10 points of damage as you string it along.
And then for my bonus action, I'm going to move the Dust Devil right here in between these ghouls.
Alrighty.
That will hit Minos too.
Oof. Alright, down here.
We're all like, here.
That's funny. Hold up. I gotta reload real quick.
I mean, not uh-oh. Everything's fine.
4 more ghouls crawl over the side.
We all go
Son of a
back in.
bitch!
The bridge is just flooded with ghouls.
And now, Mega Harpies with extra charm.
I feel like at that point we should just break the bridge, drop the ghouls.
Drop it like it's cool.
Rotus climbs back up and then goes all Thor with the hammer and just.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then we're trapped in Tillamook forever.
Well, I
Cool
mean,
place to live.
I'll just keep taking naps until I can fly across the bridge. But you guys, I don't know.
Alrighty.
We just need to grind out another level and I can take a fly spell. So it's not one that was necessarily on my list for next level, but hey, I can adapt.
Yeah. I'll just go off and do all the other stuff, and I'll come back super crazy powerful, and I'll just bamf everyone across the bridge.
Did that ghoul attack or no?
It did and it missed. Rotus, it's your turn.
Can I take my reaction?
Sure thing.
Wait, which ghoul attacked?
The dead one.
The dead one.
The dead ghoul.
You make your attack pressure. We're good.
Yeah, that's why it's dead.
Sick. The way that I'm holding on here, is this Harpy like holding on to me?
She is not. She tried to drop you off and you broke out of your paralysis there for a second as you grabbed onto the ledge and you kind of like precariously cling on. You will get an attack opportunity trying to climb back up on top of this thing, but on the flip side, you'll be on more stable ground.
Yeah, I mean, no other option. So I'll try to climb up regardless of. I gotta get up.
Natural.
If
two.
you.
good?
Okay then.
And I will just. I mean, I expect to drop my hammer, so I'll pull out my
If
greatsword.
you end your turn within 10 feet of this thing, you're gonna get flung off. Just so you know.
10
So
feet?
you can't be within 5 feet.
That's if they fail to save, so.
There's a chance.
5
I'm just
feet.
trying to warn you.
Of it at all.
Yeah, like around it at all.
Um. I am a melee character. What? The
Move
save.
here and whack a ghoul.
Well, I'd still be 5 feet away, right? Oh,
No.
only if I end my turn.
Exactly.
This within 5 feet of this. So
Here, I'll just drop
that would
another.
be here, but
another
not
thing.
here.
And it is
Got it.
technically a strength save. Just FYI.
Got it.
So everything
Okay,
in the
perfect.
pink area.
That makes perfect sense now. Sorry. I will make my. I'll pull out my greatsword, given I probably dropped my hammer as I was being charmed and pushed all over, and I will make a regular attack, and hopefully I'll get some damage this game. There you go.
Heyo.
That's what we need.
That is a hit. Still alive.
And I will use my extra attack as well. Nice.
Yeah.
And dead it is.
Nice. So how much movement would I have used to get up from the
10
ledge?
feet, 15 feet. You're sitting at 25 feet, so you've got another non-diagonal left.
I have 40.
Even with extra movement?
Oh, shoot. Then you have 15 feet left. I'm just silly.
Could I get here to make my bonus action attack, given I killed?
No, because
The
that's two
ghoul?
diagonals there.
Got it.
Which is 15 feet, which is what he's got left.
He moved his first diagonal from here to here. And I'm stupid. Yeah, I'm just sorry. Here you go.
No problem.
Diagonals! Flight movement
Diagonals,
and
yeah.
diagonals. We're all over the place.
It's all good, man. You've been fighting with your server all day. You're allowed to be a little
It's all good. Sorry about that, y'all.
Frazzled.
And I will make my last attack with my bonus action. Nice, another 21.
Still alive, but looking rough.
There you go. There's some damage for you.
I knew you had it in your
Swinging
realm.
away though
Where's
with this big old sword.
We never doubted you.
Step there, and then I should be able to reach the harpy.
Still alive.
And then
Are
extra.
you throwing it?
No.
Oh yeah, the
It's
spear
10 feet,
actually doesn't have
right?
10-foot reach.
Oh, okay. I thought it did because earlier you stopped at 10 feet away from me. So never mind that.
Well, no, you just said sentinel, and I was like, fuck it. But no, just go for it.
I mean, I can go back and just. Go
Nah,
against
I
this
made the
guy.
call already. We'll say it's an overly long spear or something.
All right, overly long spear. I'm okay with that. And second attack,
And it's dead.
and then I will move my movement right back up here, and then that is all I got.
Right, Minos.
All right, we're not within 5 feet of this guy, so as long as I've got a clear shot, I'll do my chuck.
Go for it. That's a miss. And another miss. Hopefully, that second one is a hit.
Okay.
And you guys win. Because that is the last thing to be defeated.
Yeah.
Does this ever get easy?
I don't know that one wins
That's
in
it.
D&D.
Take it. Just take the win, Brian.
I know what it says. Easy.
I mean, to be fair, Yanni, it probably is just gonna get progressively harder. I don't think it ever really gets easier.
Oh,
It could have been a whole lot worse.
yeah,
That's true.
for sure.
Rotus almost fell off the bridge like twice.
True. Both sides.
He was all over the bridge.
Okay. Yeah, well, I'm glad everybody's all right.
We all here.
Let's, except for the horse. Poor horse.
It's okay. I can make another one. It was it wasn't it was a magical horse, so we're safe there.
Oh, magical horse.
I still think it's a good idea that we not all cluster up in the same area, but you know.
I don't know, last time we were all spread out and I about got cut in half.
Did you guys see me pull that guy apart? Was that too much?
No, it was cool. Just keep up.
Oh, yeah.
Moss,
I mean, to be fair, the thing was already dead to begin with, I think, so, you know.
Yeah, that seems logical.
Hey, are those runes? Wait, stop, wait! Are those runes on the ground?
You look,
Are they
and
bricks?
these don't seem to be runes, but rather just some of the blocks that are shining through the cracks, kind of pulling apart.
Gotcha.
However, as you call out for everybody to stop, suddenly the air before you guys shimmers, and a
Uh-oh.
figure appears.
Oh boy.
As you find
I told you.
yourselves suddenly whisked away. Not whisked away, sorry. I was just thinking, we are now loading into a new screen.
We're dead.
Oh, but because there is no vision, that's why you guys can't see anything. Actually,
That'll
it
do
should just be. You guys have all black vision too, right?
I don't have dark vision.
I have dark vision.
I only have it.
No,
when
no,
I
but
was
everything on
so-
your guys'
Bagwing.
screen is black.
Oh,
you know?
it's black.
Oh, yeah.
yeah.
Okay, that makes no sense because all that stuff is turned off. But let me try something. Doesn't change anything. Let's try it like this. Man,
I see
Foundry,
something.
you killing me. You are killing moi. Oh, it's because some
Make
of you
it,
guys haven't loaded there yet. That's weird.
Yeah, I think right now it's just you. Ephraim and-
Yep.
Justin that are in
Oh,
the
that's weird.
necropolis, technically. Oh, there's
There, I
Damon.
clicked on it. I clicked on it and I'm in.
Oh,
Oh, there we go. I think. Wait.
It says
Okay.
I don't own a
Okay,
token.
so now it's black.
yeah, it says,
Like it was visible for a split second, and now it's black.
when I clicked it at first, it said, you don't own any tokens here. And then it loaded me in, but it's still black. Oh, I'm back at the bridge. Nope, now I'm back at the black.
I know. I'm just trying
Oh,
to.
whiplash.
Fantastic. Fabulous.
What's going on?
Love
Yanni,
it.
I told you, it just gets
Amazing.
worse.
As ACDC Back in Black starts playing.
Mhm.
Yep.
There we go. Now we see a
Perfect.
person standing on a bridge.
Angus Young SG right there.
Alrighty. As what you guys see is a lone skeletal figure that stands at the center of the bridge, kind of at the very end, looking back towards you guys as the necropolis reaches all about and behind it. A tattered cloak covers the figure's thin frame and obscures its face. You see golden runes are traced along the hems of the cloak. As you draw closer, the figure holds out a skeletal hand, expectantly. It's waiting as if it's waiting for some kind of a payment.
Oh, nobody told us about this part.
I'll nudge Rodus and be like, "It's that coin. Give him that coin that your
Yeah.
father gave you."
Yeah, I'll reach into my clothes and I'll pull out the coin. Probably pretty trepidatiously step forward. It's a scary looking dude. And
You kind of step up
place it into his palm.
as the tufts of dirt and dust kind of get kicked up. The echoing of your footsteps, the blood still running down on your sides. You take the embossed Dragonlord insignia coin and place it into the skeletal hand. It takes it, considers you, and you see just burning points of green light deep behind this golden mask. As its vision kind of glances over the rest of you guys and seems to stop with 3 different individuals: Minos, Lyra, and Brissa. As you suddenly hear a disembodied, just echoey, empty voice say, "We waited for you." And that is where we're going to pick it up next week.
So maybe we should have gone to Mitros first.
I mean, Damon tried to get you guys there.
Nah, this is
As
way cooler.
quick reminders, if you guys are looking for a group, would like to join one like this one, head on over towards that little forum link and we'll be able to get you guys matched. We have a wonderful Discord server with a wonderful community, guys, if you guys would like to join. And finally, if you guys follow, like, subscribe, any of those, not like, but, you know, cheer or anything like that, you guys are going to be automatically entered for a drawing of the 2 digital copies of the books that are coming out on D&D Beyond in September and November, the Wild Beyond the Witchlight and, right? Oh my god, did I do it? Did I
You got
did
it
it?
right.
I did it for the first time. This is exciting.
First time.
And
Deep inspiration for everybody.
Woo!
Damn inspiration for all the bad guys. But
No, that would be unbalanced. You guys, thank you so much for the support. I'm excited to give back with the little giveaways and stuff like that. We're gonna be rating someone here in a second, so please hang around for one more sec. But damn, what do you guys think? This is the Necropolis. Welcome to Tillamook.
I always like it when when there's, you know, something that comes off as scary at first that then seems maybe not scary. So hey, this will be fun.
yeah,
It'll also challenge Yanni's general trust issues. Like, wait, you want me to trust the undead thing? What?
Yeah, I feel like we all might have a little issue with the undead aspect of this whole area.
What? Ooh, 2 people watching this one. This is going to be good. I'm excited, y'all. All right. Once again, thank you guys so much. If you guys even just give us a follow, you will be entered for that stuff. So we'll see you guys next Thursday, 8 p.m. Mountain Daylight Time. Have a good one. We'll see you guys then.
Yay!